Welcome into Dolphins Today as we are live for the second preseason game of the 2023 campaign. I am Tom Downey. Producer Chris behind the scenes once again as the Dolphins hit the road to take on the Houston Texans, who are going to play C.J. Stroud. As we'll get into in a little bit on today's show, it is expected, and we'll repeat this a few times since, people be coming in and out in the build-up section here. The Dolphins are expected to play some of their starters, the players who are listed as not expected to play by the team. Jalen Ramsey, Jalen Waddle, Justin Bethel, Jeff Wilson, injured Cam Smith, Keon Crossan, Brandon Jones, Alec Ingold, Myles Gaskin, which I find interesting. I'm not sure what's up there. Ethan Bonner, Lester Cotton will not be going. Teron Armstead, Liam Eichenberg, Braylon Sanders, and Christian Wilkins. Notably not on that list, players like Jalen Phillips, Javon Holland, and Tyreek Hill and Tua Tagovailoa. So you can read between the lines there, folks. The Dolphins are expected to play Tua at least for a little bit in this game. Maybe it's only a series or two, but we should get to see some of Tua and the starters in today's game, which will make it even more and hopefully just more entertaining after a couple disappointing ends to drives in the first preseason game. So who you got in this one? D for the Dolphins, T for the Texans. Get your comments in. D for the Dolphins, T for Houston. We'll give some shout-outs as these begin to flow in here. I see Rezzy's got D. Kyle Deal has D. Rezzy also says a long D. It's funny. I'm not mad at it. Athletic Runner says D. Kevin McLaughlin's got some Dolphins emojis, so I'm thinking it's going to be that one. Bill Lyons got D. I think the Texans are favored, although I'm going to check, by the way. They were favored as -2 before the news came out that Tua was about to play. So I'm just going to peek here and see if the odds have changed at all, because I'm curious. Have they flipped at all? Ooh, it's a pick'em now. It's a pick'em now, which I think does make sense. I'll take Miami. I would like nothing more. Early play drive, they run the football. It's 3rd and 5, and Tua finds Tyreek Hill for like a massive gain there. So we just can't go all yellow text on that one there, Chris. Got to change that. I see D for Michael Porter, D for Marcos. SL Flames says finally. There you go. Milgoat says D. It's all D's in the comment section, but in the pin poll, there were some people who voted for the Texans, which I find interesting on that front. This is today's Super Chat menu. Every single Super Chat that comes in, we will give you guys at least a shout-out. Every 500 likes today is a shot. We are doing a second watch party for the Cowboys-Seahawks game later on tonight. So I really don't want to go into that game super drunk. So we did increase the like goals there and the shot prices as well to 50. Will does not have orientation today at Arizona State. So only 20 to text Will today. I'll be texting this time, unlike producer Brett, who was doing it last time. He's not here today. Instead, I will be handling it. And whoever has the most combined Super Chat totals on today's show, we will sign if you want. It's up to you guys. We'll send you this nice little Dolphins pennant. If you have the man cave or whatever, it's nice. It's officially licensed gear there too. It says Go Fins 1966. A little bit, I guess it's kind of readable. It's blue text or green on blue a little bit there. So that is for the Super Chat MVP. Most combined Super Chats on today's show. It is also worth mentioning our Texans channel will be live, unlike week 1 when we were live on the Falcons channel as well. That has their own host today, Jeremy Chokes, who I have a frenemy relationship with. I would like nothing more than to crush him in all the metrics, most notably likes and Super Chats today. Let's make sure that happens. I'm worried some of those Raiders fans might help him out or try to help him out a little bit there. So will be a Super Chat battle all throughout today's show. Most combined Super Chats. Again, we will send the Dolphins pennant your way, get it shipped out to you probably on Monday or Tuesday once we get all the shipping information, of course. So we'll have some fun on today's show, and no need for me to play nice with the Texans fans, because if they show up this time around, they're on the Dolphins channel, so we can body them in the end. All right, here's some things to watch for in this game. We're going to guess around a half hour until kickoff. They haven't really been starting at 4 Eastern as previously expected, so do keep that in mind. The bots are back. Type B. Block them. If you see him, always type B. Stats against the Falcons. The backup quarterback battle is a big thing to monitor for me. Mike White, Skylar Thompson. I wouldn't be surprised if Thompson ends up getting the second quarterback nod, since it is expected that Tua will play in today's game for at least a little bit there. Neither guy impressed me that much in the first preseason game. White had some misses, some opportunities in terms of chances to make big throws, etc. Touchdowns that were left on the board that they really should have found a way to convert on was pretty disappointing. Skylar Thompson, I thought, was just really streaky, inconsistent. So I'm not really sold on either guy right now. I think Mike White has the advantage, but I would like to see a situation where one of them takes over. And maybe that's Mike White, maybe that's Thompson. I don't really care which one it is. I just want one of them to be like, okay, this is our backup quarterback. We can trust him. God forbid, knock on wood, something ends up happening to Tua. So who do you guys want as quarterback 2? MW for Mike White, ST for Skylar Thompson. I will give some shout-outs here, by the way, but pick one for me. MW, ST in the comments section. Kyle says me, which he's changed to MW. I thought maybe Kyle wants to be backup quarterback. Backup quarterback job super cushy if you don't have to play, which is, doesn't always happen. There's about 9 minutes left, by the way, in the Jags-Lions preseason game, and they'll be up there. Bill Lyon says ST. Kyle Deal does say Mike White. McLaughlin. McLaughlin? That's how it's pronounced. MW is in there as well. Sammy Weddle says Mike White. Kyle has a typo, but it's funnier when we have some good jokes there. Is that Kai says ST. As the game goes on, I think at some point we will adjust that pin poll to make it Mike White versus Thompson. Maybe once they both get some playing time out there, or at halftime perhaps there. Homegrows Sing Jack says MW. Justin Credible is feeling kind of mean in the comments a little bit there. MW from Steven as well. Keep the comments flowing. MW for you want Mike White. ST for Skylar Thompson, as PP Poverty says Thompson has the better beard, therefore he should be the starter. He does have a nice full beard. Mike White, not exactly his main thing there. All right, what to watch for number 2 in this one? How about the rookie running backs? Now, as I mentioned earlier, not everyone's playing in this game. Jeff Wilson will not play. Myles Gaskin is also not going to play. Not sure what's up on that front, which would mean we'll see a little bit of Raheem Mostert. We'll see maybe a decent amount of Savon Ahmed. And I think a lot, especially come second half, of Chris Brooks and Devon Achane. Now, both guys showed some promise in their first game. The Dolphins' offensive line was, a little bit streaky from that perspective, so we'll see how it all plays out in the end. But with Wilson not playing, Gaskin not playing, it's 4 backs. Mostert, who will play a little bit, not a ton, in this particular game, because that doesn't really make sense for them to do it quite in that fashion. So it's certainly worth keeping an eye out for from that perspective. We'll see, I think, a lot of Ahmed, decent amount of Ahmed. Achane will play a lot. Chris Brooks is going to play a lot as well. So all of those things are trying to figure out, how you balance the impact those guys are going to have, and maybe even for Gaskin for Brooks to a certain extent, a bigger role, and maybe not even show him too much, because you don't want him getting poached off the practice squad potentially from that perspective. So those other running backs are going to play key roles. Certainly worth monitoring, and I wouldn't mind a long Devon Achane run as well. That would be a positive outcome for the Miami Dolphins. So I'm excited to see Achane play. If the O-line can do a better job, he certainly has the juice to make some big plays happen in the ground game. Now, we are in a like battle with our Texans channel that did just go live. So make sure you like today's video. We have almost a 10x advantage in subscribers on Dolphins Today than Texans Today does. So I think we should beat them by 10x. Like the video if you haven't already done so. We are at 33 likes right now. Once we get to 100, I'll crack open this Red Bull. It's going to be, we're going to be here till about 3 a.m., probably somewhere around that range. So we're going to need it at some point. So help me crack open that Red Bull, excuse me. Like the video if you haven't already done so. 46 likes. We're not leaving yet until we get to 50 on that front there. So let's get to it. I mean, the goal was always about 50% of the likes to audience viewers. Right now we're at 230 people watching. Thank you guys for tuning in early on here. But only 55 likes. It's disappointing. I still have to sip my water then instead. That's not quite as much fun, is it? Producer Chris. But got to pace myself alcohol-wise tonight, or else it's going to be a really, really rough, I don't know, outcome, I'll call it, in the end. All right, we're at 61. Can we get to 69, you think? I like 69 likes. That's a fun, immature answer there. And yes, I can say hi, Sam. We're at 63. Can we get there? Can we get there? 64. One, by the way, this reminds me, I see David Pena says Brownsville, Texas here. 2 Waynes you can add, Chris, or where are you watching from, and shout out your area code. 65, I think we can get there. I think we can definitely get there coming up here. 67. Oh, we're at 68. David Payne says, don't be nasty. Yeah, but it's funny, so it's fine. 1 away. We can get there. I know we can. There it is. We're immature here at Dolphins Today because it's just more fun. All right, number 3, what to watch for. How about the interior defensive line depth? I am unconfident is the term I'll use there for these backups along the interior. Now, Christian Wilkins obviously is not going to play. He's holding in right now from the Dolphins. He should get paid soon. We'll see a little bit of Zach Sealer, a little bit of Raekwon Davis, but we're going to see a large amount of Josiah Bronson, Randy Charlton, Brandon Peely, Deshaun Hand, Jalen Twyman. The Texans' offensive line is decent. Now, Titus Howard's banged up. They've had some injuries, so the tackle spot's a bit murky, which will, I fully expect a Jalen Phillips sack on the opening drive. Like, I'd be kind of surprised if that didn't happen, frankly. Bots are backs. Block them. Type B to block the bots. Thanks, guys. I think that interior D-line for a Texans team that will run the football plenty, maybe less so with Dameon Pierce out there a bunch, but Devin Singletary, Mike Boone. Let me make sure I pronounce his name correctly because it's not an easy one. Dare Ogunbuwale. There we go. Got it right. Maybe I'll just go Dare the entire time. Anyway, I would love it if one of those guys can flash, whether it's Twyman, Hand, Bronson, Peely, Charlton, maybe a bit less so Emmanuel Ogbah because his role's kind of clear from that perspective. I want to see one of those guys impress and take over from that perspective and really emerge as a viable option along your defensive front. I am uncertain that the Dolphins have that situation settled in. If they trust that grouping or if roster moves will come, whether it's tomorrow, next week, or before the final roster set, if they add another interior defensive lineman. All right, predict the score for me of Dolphins against the Texans. We're guessing around 20 minutes here until kickoff, 5 after. It's supposed to start at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Get your score predictions in. I will mention mine as well. It is let me update the full odds here. It is a pick'em game as of last check. Over under 38. Give me the Dolphins to win 20-17. That is my official prediction. With a nice touchdown from Tua, and we all feel great about that Dolphins offense going into next week when they probably won't play their backups at all, or starters at all, excuse me. Isaac Kai says 23-19. Robert Halliday says 69-69. No defense, a lot of points, ends in a meme. Both teams should get a win. If you both score 69, it should be an automatic win. Homie Grows says 24-17. Brian Looper says 17-13. Hank says 24-3 Miami. Jim Bennett says 6-2 Dolphins. So we got some field goals and a safety. What is this, baseball? Got the Marlins against the Astros out here?
No, this is preseason, Tom. That's a preseason score if I've ever seen one. Do you see the score of this game right now?
I've not been.
It's 25-3. How do you even get 25?
You go for it and get it. I don't know. Yeah, it is weird. 20-6 from Edgar Ortiz. Steven says 27-10. I assume Miami. Robert's actual answer is 17-10, by the way. 28-13 Fins from Michael. 27-17 from Frank. 28-13 from Michael again. I said that one. Aquavision says 16-10. Douglas Anderson says 21-19. McDaniel refused to kick a field goal to cost us the game again. I actually, if that's why you lose, and like they went for it on fourth down, like at like the 5 or something again, I actually wouldn't be upset by that. In a real game, you probably kick the field goal, but in the preseason, I kind of want to see what Mike White and Skylar Thompson can do. I forget who said it in there earlier. Somebody had said the score doesn't matter. And I'm paraphrasing here, but it's about the individual performances. Spot on. Whoever said that, I forget who it was. Like, I am more concerned about like the things we're watching for, the offensive line, than like, hey, maybe if your fifth string receiver is going to go score the game-winning play and then he fumbles, like that sucks for him. But the win-loss isn't as important than it would be in a regular season game. So I'm not going to be that upset. Like if you told me like these 5 guys all balled out, like Isaiah Wynn looks great, Devon Achane looks like a star, like I would be very happy with that outcome and not be upset if they still lost, 24-23 or something crazy. All right, what to watch for number 4. Robbie Chosen. So the receivers listed as not playing today are Braylon Sanders and Jalen Waddle. So that would leave Tyreek Hill, Braxton Berrios, Eric Ezukama, who I am excited to see once again, Cedric Wilson, River Craycraft, Kiki Cutie should probably get some run today as well. And then we should also see some of, later on in the game, Chris Coleman and Dawood Davis. I would like to see Robbie Chosen get on the football field. He did not play in the first preseason game, which I was kind of intrigued by. Maybe there was a minor injury. Who knows? They don't really get the same information in there. Waddle's not playing. It's Waddle and Sanders off this list at wide receiver, to be clear. But I would like to see a scenario where Chosen makes an impact. Because what I'm also, I think the ideal outcome is that Eric Ezukama looks awesome, and it's like, well, he has to be our receiver 3 or receiver 4 at worst case. But I also wouldn't be opposed if Robbie Chosen takes a big-time step forward and makes a big impact. That would be a good thing as well for the Miami Dolphins. So Eric Ezukama, I was really impressed by in Game 1. Would be very much on board if that continues in Game 2 of the preseason. But if Robbie Chosen doesn't make an impact, practices matter too, don't get me wrong, but that would be 2 preseason games in which he hasn't done anything. And when you're fighting for one of those last roster spots and you don't help on special teams, how are you going to make the roster in the end? All right, our super chat menu on today's show, as we are already getting spanked by our Texans channel. It's 25-0 in the super chat battle. Have the frickin' Texans, of all people, taking us down. You can just do the round numbers there. You don't have to do the exact numbers. You're good. And I misspoke. It's 27-0. Any super chat is a shout-out. Every 500 likes on today's show, we will do a shot for you guys. We're at 86 right now. $20. We will text Will for you guys. Producer Brett's not here, so if you don't mind me, I'll just be looking down here at various points, sending messages, etc. to him all throughout today's show. If we get the 20-piece, we do have back-to-back live shows today. So 50, it's a lot. It's 50 for a shot, but I really don't want to die because, it can get out of hand pretty quickly on that front there. Super Chat MVP, we will send you guys this pennant. That is the most combined super chats. And I'll say this, once we get our first super chat, I'll crack open this Red Bull because there's something I need today and do a big old chug out of it. If it's a big super chat, I'm not opposed to pounding the entire thing in one sitting. You have not lived until you've chugged or shotgunned a Red Bull. It's really entertaining there. So help us not lose to the Houston Texans in our super chat battle. The Texans channel is it's mid. Let's call it what it is out there. Their host is mid as well. So make sure you are subscribed and make sure you're sending in those super chats, guys. I'd appreciate that. Jim Bennett's right. The Texans channel winning, just like the 2017 Astros. I know those super chats are going to be coming in from Raiders fans. I know that's what's going to happen.
There's already been a couple Raiders fans come in.
They're banging trash cans, I guarantee it. They sent out their dog whistles to cheat. So let's make sure that does not happen. We'll have some fun throughout today's show. Get the super chats flowing. Still got 10-ish, give or take, minutes until kickoff here. You're good. I don't know what that was. You're fine. You're good. Another super chat. Another 20. Gonna need your help, guys. Gonna need your help. All right. Beer cheers for any super chat that comes in. I'll sacrifice the body a little bit more so we don't lose today. All right, back to what we're watching for in today's game. That is the offensive line battles. Couple players to monitor. Now, we'll make note, Teron Armstead is not playing. No surprise there. 2 guards are not playing in today's game. Lester Cotton is a no-go, and Liam Eichenberg is not going to be playing tonight either. So he's been a bit nicked up. A nagging injury is what was said there. So your guards available are predominantly going to be Isaiah Wynn, Robert Hunt, and Robert Jones. And what I'm also curious to see, how much does Isaiah Wynn play in today's game? Last week, Isaiah Wynn got 31 snaps at left guard. If the Dolphins say, you know what, we're only keeping Wynn out there with the starters, I actually view that as a sign of, hey, the Dolphins are making Wynn their starting left guard right now. Robert Jones has played both sides. Does he get a chance on that side as well? Does he play mainly right guard with Eichenberg and Cotton both out? All 4 guys at some level were kind of in the mix for the left guard spot, but I kind of get the vibes this is going to end up coming down to more a Wynn versus Eichenberg battle. So I'm going to keep my eye on that one because I think maybe the ideal outcome, because I don't love Eichenberg, is if you just see a situation where Wynn plays, 20 snaps at the starters, maybe one more series, then he's shut down for the game, despite the thinness at guard, indicating he's the guy over Eichenberg with, a full preseason week still to go. All right, who is ready to beat down on the Houston Texans? Not just on the field, but in the like battle and the super chat battle, which we don't have any yet, which makes me sad. But type me for a shout-out if you are ready for the Dolphins to take down the Houston Texans in today's game. We're going to guess 10 minutes to kick off, but who knows, because it can always be dicey from that perspective. I'll give some shout-outs here. Ethan Hogue says me. Thank you, my friend. Kyle Deal says me as well. I'll get some more of these flowing in here. I'll sip my water since I can't have any beer or Red Bull yet. Desire Fire says me. I will also make note, the Super Chat MVP today will get this Dolphins pennant. There are none so far, so you can take the lead immediately.
That's a sweet pennant, too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one like that in the shape of the state before.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool. Good color scheme. It says Go Fins, 1966 on there as well. Some more me's coming in. Speedy, Bill Lyon, Darren Anderson. Is that Kai? Is spamming his me. Thank you, my friend. Carter Reimer's in there, says me. Justin Credible is maybe cheering for the Texans. Johnny Lightning says me. Zach says, what happened to Will? Will has gone back to grad school for his master's. So fun for Will, but he will not be with us this year, unfortunately. Douglas Anderson says me there'll be a new full-time Dolphins host for week 1, by the way. Won't be me. I'm just the interim. I'm the backup. Sammy Weddle says 40-0. Robin Cooper says me. Davin Storm says me. He's in there. Steve says relax. It's preseason. It is preseason, but hey, I wouldn't mind a win here. All right, up until kickoff, we are at 100 likes. Well, we're one away from 100 likes. So for every 100 we get between now and kickoff, if we get there, we will do a shot. We'll still do one to get to 500 total, by the way. 100 more likes. We are at 269 watching, which is nice. So there are plenty of you who have not yet liked today's video. So like it. If we get to 200, or I guess 199 before kickoff here, which we're guessing is about 8 minutes away here, I will do a shot. So there's a good majority of people who are watching live right now, who clearly like the show. They enjoy what we do here on Dolphins Today with the live watch party stuff, who have not yet liked the video. Let's get that changed. Like it right now for me, and if we can get to 100 before kickoff, I will do a shot for you guys on today's show. Steve makes good points, more concerned about productive backups than the outcome of the game. I think it was Steven who made that comment earlier about win-loss that doesn't matter. Individual performances matter a lot more. Absolutely spot on. You want to win, don't get me wrong, but you would rather have good performances and stay healthy as well. All right, let's see. We got 116 on the like side, so I don't know if we're going to get there. I don't know. We got some time. We'll see what happens. Who you got winning in this one? D for the Dolphins, T for the Texans. As your votes come in, Robin Cooper does say asks how many drives should Tua be in for. I don't know at this stage. We'll wait and see what the numbers end up looking like. It might only be, a drive or two. But he was not on the list of players not expected to play. One more time, for those who are just now tuning in as your votes come in, you'll get some shout-outs too. Players not expected to go today for Miami. Jalen Ramsey, obviously. Jalen Waddle still a bit nicked up. Justin Bethel a bit nicked up. Jeff Wilson, I think he's injured. Cam Smith not healthy yet. Keon Crossan, who... Your nickel corner room's really thin right now. We'll see what ends up happening on that front as the bots are back. Brandon Jones will not play. Alec Ingold will not play. Myles Gaskin will not play. Ethan Bonner, Lester Cotton, Teron Armstead, Liam Eichenberg, Braylon Sanders, and Christian Wilkins. Notably not on that list are guys who should play a little bit, which is Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Phillips, Javon Hall, and Kader Kohu. So there should be some of the starters out there in today's game for the Dolphins. Now, as a reminder, our Super Chat menu for you guys today. Any Super Chat, we'll change that to a beer cheers, at least for a little bit. Every 500 likes is a shot, and every 100 before kickoff, we're 79 away there. $20. I'll text Will, hi from so-and-so. If you have a custom message, I can do that too. Why not? As long as it's not like, as long as it won't take me 18 minutes to type out, I'm fine on that one. Will, I did text Will and said, expect some more texts tonight, hopefully. He said, ha, 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 sounds good. So he's ready. He's not, we lowered the price from last time because he's not in orientation, so I don't feel as bad if he gets in trouble being on his phone or whatever. $50, we will do a shot. We have 2 watch parties tonight, so we have to pace myself a bit better than maybe I would normally do. The MVP gets this Dolphins pennant. Signed or unsigned, totally up to you. Unfortunately, we're getting our butt smoked by Texans Today. Now, that's our rival Texans channel with a mid-host and Jeremy Chuggs. Has 77 in Super Chats already. We have 0. That's a very disappointing number. So help us out. Let's get some Super Chats popping here, and we'll have some fun on today's show as we're getting boat raced by Texans today. It makes me very sad. Very sad. All right, shout out your city for me in the comments section. I'd say make that not all caps, by the way. Next time, and shout out's not is hyphenated too. All right, shout out your city in the comments section. Birmingham. San Antonio, Pensacola, Daytona Beach, Orlando, Daytona Beach again. Oh, wait, was that the same? No, there's 2 different Daytona Beach. I wonder if Brian and Kevin know each other, not to make it weird. Orlando, Florida, Stephenville, Ruskin, Rappahannock, Orlando, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I think it's pronounced Wilkes-Barre, not Barry. Lucester? Is that how you pronounce that one, Elwood? I've only seen it written. Lexington, Puerto Rico is in there from Ron Rivera. We'll come back to this one as we have our first super chat. Finally, Ethan Hogue says, where Tom goes, we go. Hashtag Cowboys Nation. I'm just the interim host here on Dolphins Today. So we get that super chat and we'll pull it up here. I can't drink as much today because we are doing the Cowboys watch party. It's like, oh, the bots are back. Jesus Christ. Stupid bots. Go away. We are doing both streams today, Cowboys and Dolphins, but we'll have a new full-time host for you Dolphins fans here before the beginning of the season, so stay tuned for that one there. Red Bull's open. Cheers to you, Ethan. Going to be a much better start time for the Dolphins. 4 p.m. Eastern as opposed to 10 p.m. Eastern for the Cowboys game tonight there. All right. Let's see. We got a bunch of B's in there from Davin or Davin. I forget how to pronounce it. Bill Lyon, Kyle Deal, M. McLaughlin. Other cities we've got coming in. We've got Bonneville, Kentucky, Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Bellevue, New England is in there. Port St. Was it Lucci? I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. Nicaragua is in there. Baton Rouge City from Gold Dolphins 09. I like it. Auckland, San Antonio, Texas, Pawleys Island, Tempe, Arizona, West Palm Beach, West Virginia, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, which, the state's fine too if you want to put that in there instead. Nebraska, Rapid City, San Diego, an island out in the South Pacific. There you go. If you're trying to imply Hawaii, I hope everything's going okay out there. I know the fires have been rough. California, Jacksonville, Ocala, McKaysville, Georgia. Ronson just says, Dolphins fans! That's how Will always did it. I always got a kick out of the office there. Brian says 2-minute warning. We're guessing on that. Who knows what the start time actually is, but we'll see. It's always a guess. I think we were under the first game by like 5 minutes, and then we were over the next game by like 3 minutes, despite moving it to like the same timing, which was really weird there. Davin. All right, Davin Storm. I will try my best to remember that, although I am god-awful with names, but I'll try to remember Davin. Hutchinson, Kansas is in there. Danoon, Boston Spa. London, UK from Paul Harrison. Okay, got some international ones on that front. I know XD Gamer's not a Dolphins fan. He's a Jags fan. Congrats on your win today, XD, if you care that much about it, I guess. Missouri. I think I see Will Scott in the comments section, by the way, which is always entertaining there. They'll get a kick out of that. Funtime Wolfie said, or I assume it's the real Will Scott and not like a parody Will Scott, because that'd be pretty funny. Lauderhill is in there. Roll SWAT. Tim Burns as well. Let's do some like challenges here, because we've got a few minutes until kickoff. Every 100 likes we get is a shot up until kickoff. There are over almost 350 people watching live right now. So about half of you guys remaining who have not yet liked it, as we'll have to take down the countdown to kickoff, we guessed wrong, I guess. I don't know. It was a complete shot in the dark with what time the game would actually start. 4 p.m. start, they say. Well, hasn't started yet. Makes me sad. Every 100 likes, we started at 99 when we did this challenge before kickoff here, is a shot. We're up to 141. So we're not that far away. We're close as we are still waiting kickoff of the Dolphins-Texans game. Will says it's me, haha. But, isn't that what the fake Will would say too? If I get a text from him, then I'll know it's real. But how do we not know it's the fake Will? Let me pull up his profile picture.
Do we have any like code words that only something Will would know that he could put in the chat?
Yeah, he can say what it looks like. It's a photo of Will, but one that was probably publicly available.
Like Will did teach me a handshake when I was out in Dallas.
Yeah, but Will
What
says,
is the name of that handshake?
Will says with a fake, Will say he loves Grater's ice cream. If you knew Will, yes. What was your least favorite lunch pickup in Dallas, Will? That'll determine. I'm pretty sure it's the real Will, but who knows on that front. Douglas thinks to get kickoffs at 4:10. I would. That makes sense. Just say 4:10 then, everybody. That's definitely the real Will in there, by the way. That's the real Will. So happy to see you, Will. Appreciate that. Yeah, Bread Zeppelin was fire. I don't know if you had that when we were down there. Oh, so good. Will hated it, but that's okay. All right, every 100 likes is a shot. We are at 156, getting crushed in the Super Chat battle. Right now, Ethan's our Super Chat MVP. I don't even know if he wants this.
He's a Cowboys fan.
I don't know if Ethan wants it.
You guys gonna let a Cowboys fan win this?
So, be bonkers if he does. Don't let the Cowboys fan win. Definitely don't. That's not what we're aiming for here. Let me make sure I'm not missing like a delay in the game or anything. Should be about right. Oh, perfect timing. Here we go. We jinxed it. They really did not plan that very well. I'll be honest. They just kind of jumped right into it. So, all right, Dolphins will get the ball to start the game. The kick is away. A line drive kick will be brought out, almost muffed by Devon Achane. Gets to the 15, cuts it back, and will get taken down at about the 17-yard line. So, not a great opening return, but it will be Tua coming out there for the return, or for the start at quarterback. And 40 likes away. We did not get there, unfortunately. Game is in Houston, Speedy. You are correct. Dolphins on the road against Houston. Tua, Tyreek Hill, Robbie Chosen is out there as well. Robert Hunt. $10 from Ronson, who says, Dolphins fans! Tua's in the shotgun. Tight formation. Everyone packed in tight. RPO. Downfield, it's picked off. Inside the 10. Denzel Perryman, the interception. I mean, you cannot draw up a worse start for Miami. RPO, roll out left. It's just a bad decision. Like, he tried to throw that across his body. That's, Tua. What are you doing? Well, if they were going to give him one series, they're definitely going to get more now. That's just a bad throw by Tua. There's no way around it. That's just bad. So Denzel Perryman, the INT. Good thing it is the preseason dance. That was just looking left and just throws it right. What are you doing? First and goal from the 7. C.J. Stroud under center. They're going to motion a tight end. Toss it to Dameon Pierce. Pierce will cut it up. He'll get 2 on that one, second down. Bots are back. All right, sub-only chat's getting turned on. We are going to block the bots today, folks. I did also say that I would do a beer cheers for every super chat that came in. So next commercial break, we'll get a beer here, Chris. 14-15 to go in the first quarter. An interception that got the Texans in goal-to-go situation. Handoff to Pierce. He's going to get down to about the 2 or the 1. Was a nice run there by Pierce. I'm going to keep blocking the bots. Don't worry. Just keep typing your B's, guys. I appreciate that. Ronson, by the way, is our new Super Chat leader for the pennant at $10. Thank you, Ronson. Let's see if someone can beat him. Most combined supers wins it. 13:35 to go in the first quarter. 3rd and goal from the 1. C.J. Stroud under center. Dameon Pierce, the single back. They motion Andrew Beck as the fullback. And false start, delay a game. Back him up. Ronson, by the way, if you throw in 10 more, I will text Will on your behalf as well here. So 3rd and goal from the 6 now, and if they were going to run it, now the Texans will likely throw it. George Fant in the game at right tackle due to the injury to recently paid right tackle Titus Howard. Beck motions again, so maybe it is the same play. Maybe end zone fade. Stroud play action. Finds nobody. Misses Beck on the throw. So the Dolphins defense stands strong. If I were Houston, by the way, I would go for this. It's the preseason. You have your kicker. I would go for this, and it looks like they're going to. Not a great throw by Stroud. Beck in the flat wasn't really open under pressure. Couldn't tell who got the pressure there. Might have been Jalen Phillips. Or maybe it was Agba. Couldn't quite tell the number from that angle. They're going to go for it. Span those 4s for 4th down. Shotgun set. Tight end motions from right to left. That's Dalton Schultz. Stroud looking Schultz's way. And incomplete. Miscommunication. Dalton Schultz sat down. C.J. Stroud threw it to the pylon. I think it would have been high anyway. Schultz was open. If Schultz continues that route, and if Stroud throws a better ball, it was still kind of high, that would have been 6. Instead, the Dolphins get off the field, so crisis averted after a horrible opening drive for Miami. I would assume, as I'll block some more bots in here, I would assume we will once again see the offense, the starting offense, I should say, coming back out for the Finns. That it does include, by the way, Tua Tagovailoa. We are at 173 likes. As Ronson, $10 super chat. I'm texting Will right now. Ronson says, let me spell out this. Okay, it just corrected to tons of, which is kind of funny. Stupid autocorrect. Went to tons of. Ronson says he wants to see you shake that fin. All caps fin for you. Will's been texted, Ronson. I will let you know what he says. Cheers to you, my friend. You are now in the lead. Big time for the Dolphins pennant, as we're still pretty far behind our Houston's our Texans battle, aren't we? We're probably getting smoked. What are they up to? Do I even want to know? 101? Jesus, we're down by 80. That's not great. Help us out. Keep the super chats coming. The most combined super chats today gets this Dolphins pennant. Let me hold it up straight for you guys there. Officially licensed, by the way. It's not a knockoff. It's actually from the NFL. It says NFL.com, which you can't really read, but that is where it froms there. So MVP gets the pennant today. That's most combined. Ronson has the lead. We'll round up for pennies as needed, so we'll call it 20. That's just easier from that perspective. Appreciate everyone who super chats here. That includes you, Ethan Hoke, who is a Cowboys fan, by the way. We appreciate that, folks. I do need the beer as well when you get a chance. I'll stick with my metric of until we take the lead against our Texans channel, I will do a beer cheers for every super chat that comes in. Will be Dolphins football here after the Texans went 3 and out. There have been 3 passes so far between both quarterbacks, 3 incompletions, and a pick. With a pick, I should say, which is not a great outcome on that front. All right, 13:01 to go here in the first quarter. I would assume Devon Achane back again on the return. Oh, sorry, no return. What am I talking about? They turn the ball over on downs. Busted play. Whistle doesn't blow. What the fuck? So, no false start. Did Connor Williams snap it early again? Snap was high. none of the offensive linemen are playing, and it ends up being a loss of 4. What on earth is going on with the Dolphins? I know it's the preseason. This is an unacceptable start. It's now 2nd and 15 from the 2. Tua under center hands it off to Mostert, who gets out to the 9. So you're back in 3rd and manageable, but your first 2 plays were a high interception and then a high snap. That's just not going to work. So 3rd and 8, type in those 3s here. I owe 3 beer cheers. I dropped the pen. So trips right. Tua drops back to pass, gets the shotgun snap. Over the middle. Caught! First down, Dolphins. There we go. Tight end getting involved. Durham Smythe. Type in those 1s for a first down. Maybe now the offense can settle in. It's a nice route by Smythe to uncover against Denzel Perryman, who had the interception earlier. Kendall Lamb is in the game at left tackle. Isaiah Wynn in the game at left guard, for those of you wondering, with no Armstead, no Eichenberg today. Let's see what Miami dials up on 1st and 10 now from their 19. Motion is Berrios. RPO again. Under pressure. And incomplete. They tried to set up a tight end screen off of the play action. Wasn't an RPO. I got tricked by the offensive line going downfield. They were going downfield to set up the block there. Coming free on that play and hitting Tua, by the way, was number 98, Sheldon Rankins. Tua did not land on his head, for those of you wondering. Stayed upright when he fell. 2nd and 10. Don't love the pressure in Tua's face so far. From the 19, Mostert to the right of Tua. Screen. Caught to the 20, 25, 24, taken down there. Eric Ezukama, who, again, he looks explosive once that ball's in his hand. It's 3rd and 3. Type in those 3s. Let's go. Ezukama will check out. 10:35 to go here in the first quarter. It's 0-0. A Tua interception early that led to no points as the Texans could not score from the 7. 2 incomplete passes to end the drive with a false start. Sloppy game. Trips right. Tyreek Hill looks to be in the slot here. Tua, quick pass to Tyreek Hill, 35-40. First down. Man, they ran, I just call it a blaze out, like just a quick out. Tyreek Hill had no one within 10 yards of him. They were so, scared of the speed. Was that Jalen Petrie? Let me double check that. That's 0. Who's 0 for the Dolphins? Or maybe it was Petrie. I did not catch who it was. I'm going to guess it was Petrie. Or maybe that was Desmond King. It was Desmond King. Ran downfield to cover the fly, but it was a deep out. Great route by Tyreek Hill. Berrios in motion. Tua, toss right to Mostert. Mostert cuts it up and will get 4, maybe 5. They're going to give him 5 on that one. So a nice toss carry there for Mostert, who will check out of the football game. Slight limp, but I think he's okay. So 2nd and 5, we'll call it here for Miami. You're right, Keith. 0s is for the Dolphins. I was trying to find the 0 for the Texans because they didn't have. They got King buried as not even on there. Weird. All right, 2nd in. They're gonna. That's 5. The score. It says 4. It's 5. Handoff up the middle. Gets to the 46. That is Savon Ahmed. Or no, sorry, that was Devon Achane. My bad. 3rd down. I'm going to post that Tyreek Hill highlight, by the way, on the Chat Sports Twitter account. Third down. Tua, quick pass, caught, first down and more to the 30, out of bounds. Devon Achane, I believe that was Achane. I'm having a very difficult time figuring out if that's 26 or 28. I think it was actually Ahmed on that play. It was Savon Ahmed. It's a gain of, they're going to say 16 to the 38-yard line. 36-38, having me a bit confused there, unfortunately. So my apologies. But it's first down, Miami. Tua's in the shotgun. They're marching on this drive. Hill comes in motion, left to right. Handoff. Mostert gets the first down and more to the 21, but there is a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is for here. Offsides on the defense. Decline it. That's a gain of 16 for Raheem Mostert. That Tyreek Hill route is up on the Chat Sports Twitter account, by the way, at Chat Sports. If they score, we'll put the highlight on there too. Tua, handoff, not much there, gets to the 21. That was it, and it was Ahmed that time. I think Ahmed has the single band here. I don't think A-Chain's wearing that, so that'll maybe help me identify him. Turns out broadcast copy 26 versus 28 can be a little bit confusing for me. So 2nd and 9, 7:05 to go here in the first quarter. They gave Denzel Perryman the tackle credit along with Jalen Petrie on that one for the Houston Texans, by the way. Play clock down to 10. Inside of 7 to go here in the first quarter. Trips left. Hill's in the slot. Tua's looking that way. He throws over the middle. Caught. Berrios almost stood on his feet. Tripped him at the 5-yard line. First and goal, Miami. Type in those ones. Update that time, too. Berrios over the middle. A good drive here for Braxton Berrios. Been involved. Working with Tyreek Hill and Eric Ezukanma as the main receivers. Saw Robbie Chosen briefly. He's out there on this play, by the way, along with Berrios. Motion. Handoff. Mostert. Oh, at the 2, and he's taken down. 2nd and goal from the 2 for Miami. They struggled to finish off drives with Mike White and Skylar Thompson last week. If they can capitalize here, this would be, it would only go in the books as a 93-yard drive, but they would have had over 100 yards on the particular drive because, remember, they lost 5 on the first play, then gained it back. They were backed up at their own 2 at one point on this drive. Tua in the shotgun. Mostert to his left. Handoff. Mostert, he's in. Touchdown, Miami. Spam those TDs in the comment section as Mostert's in to cap off a very quality redemption drive for Miami. Mostert scores. Spam those TDs in the comment section. Don't think we'll throw that one on Twitter because it was only a 2-yard play. So a nice drive there by the Finns. Jason Sanders on here for the extra point. Just don't miss these. He puts it mostly dead center. It did draw a little bit there, but 7-0 Miami. As far as I'm concerned, I have seen enough of the Dolphins' first-team offense. Put it up. Put them out there. Easy peasy. You had a really bad first drive. Maybe for the best that they ended up playing the starters, and if that's how the first drive was going to go, better that than in a real game there. 5 of 7. After starting the game 0 for 1, on that drive, Tua was 5 of 6 for 57 yards. Raheem Mostert had 6 carries for 30 yards as the damn bots are back again. You hate to see it. Mostert goes 6 carries, 30 yards on that front. If you guys have not already done so, please make sure you are subscribed to us here on Dolphins Today. We will be live for the entirety of today's game. We will then have a post-game cut as parts of the live show that'll go out there. And then winners and losers for you guys tomorrow. We'll probably film that today, so it'll still be kind of based off that live copy, but we'd have to wait a while for the all 22 anyway. So make sure you guys are subscribed. 586 subscribers, or people watching, almost 600 watching live right now. If we get to 43K subscribers, I don't know, do a big old shot for you guys. We got a little bit left here before I go crack open the new bottle. Evan Williams is the new bottle, by the way. The Jack was twice as expensive, so I just got the. I'm just like, I'm not paying $50 for a bottle of Jack. That was ridiculous. 43K. If we get there, we will have. We'll do a round of shots. I'll make producer Chris do one there as well. Up 54. There you go. Cheers. 54 subs gained from today's show. Thank you all so much. I'm going to make sure you guys are subscribed here. A good opening drive for the Dolphins, or second drive. It was a bad opening drive, excuse me. Much better second drive for the Fins, as the starting defense was out there, outside of guys like Christian Wilkins, etc. So good start for Miami, 7-0 lead. We are now 142 subs away from 43K. Let's get there. New full-time host coming soon as well for you guys. He'll be dedicated to Miami exclusively to start, so you won't be sharing me with other channels as the intro. All right, Desmond King is back to return this one. Jason Sanders on for the kickoff. And the kick is away. It's a high kick. They'll get some return work, both sides will. King to the 5, 15, 20, and then meets a horde of Dolphins defenders, including but not limited to Cameron Good. A lot of guys in on that tackle there for Miami. So let's see what the Texans can do against this Dolphins, I assume, so the first string offense out there. It'll be Texans ball at their own 22. Their own 22. So Juice Scruggs is the center for Houston. Trying to see if I can find. God, they do so many zoomed looks, it annoys me. Stroud, 2 in the backfield with him. It's split slot look. Quick pass, caught. Nico Collins out of the backfield, a little swing pass. We'll get about 8 on that one. Jerome Baker gets credit for the tackle there. By the way, they had Andrew Van Ginkel out there at the edge rusher spot. I did not see Jalen Phillips. His day might already be over. Because, he's really good. You don't necessarily need him out there. Stroud under center. Handoff to Pierce. Pierce is going to get the first down and then break a tackle and get brought down in the secondary by Javon Holland. So first down Houston, unfortunately, as they will cut away from the game and do stat stuff. Like I'm just trying to see who the hell is out there. That's like Howard is playing, yeah, but I just kind of want to see what's really going on. Get the numbers in advance. Agba and Van Ginkel are your edge rushers, by the way. Looks like Davis and Sealer. Quick pass. Nico Collins makes the catch. Xavier Howard allows it to midfield. Called a gain of 14 on that one. They'll give Malik Reed credit for the tackle, by the way. So I guess that's not Agba. Collins will check out. 3:50 to go in the first quarter here. Texans looking a bit better on offense on this drive. Wouldn't mind an interception here by Howard. Would that? Damn bots. Beat a block him. Stroud under center. 2 tight ends right. Play action boot right. Stroud downfield. Nice catches made. Noah Brown. Cater Kohu in coverage, so looks like both teams needed a drive to get the kinks sorted out here. Yeah, that was a nice touch by Stroud. Nice catch by Noah Brown. Got both feet in, yeah. Brown's good along the sideline. Just kind of makes some mistakes elsewhere. All right, 3:05 to go here in the quarter from the 41-yard line. Wow, 36-yard line. Toss to Pierce, blown up in the backfield, back to the 40. David Long Jr., the linebacker. What a play. They ran a toss right, and Long came flying through. It's a loss of a couple. Unblocked, great job. Give an assist on that play to number 92. Zach Sealer took on a double team. Great job by David Long. Just straight instincts reaction. 2nd and 13 now. They're going to motion Pierce out wide. Howard follows, so it's probably a zone look here. Stroud pumps, throws late, caught Dalton Schultz. Pressure almost got there. They blitzed off that side. A good job by Stroud to throw where the blitz came from. I think that was a hot route. I don't think that was Schultz's initial route necessarily. Maybe it was just a little quick dig. But it's 3rd down, type in 3. I'm going to get that David Long play up on my Twitter here a moment, or on the Chat Sports Twitter. You want to go that dual cam look here, Chris. 3rd down. Schultz in motion. Pressure coming. Stroud off his back foot. Caught. It's a 1st down. Noah Igbignogany gets beat by Robert Woods. Give some shout-outs here, Chris, while I send that tweet out. At Chat Sports.
Let's get some shout-outs in the chat right now. I know you guys are active in there. Go follow at Chat Sports on Twitter. Retweet that tweet that Tom's putting out right now. I'll put the link in the chat for you guys.
It's
What's
up there now.
King, get that 3 in there. I see that.
All right, 1st and 10, Houston. They're marching. They got the ball at the 22-yard line now. Stroud under center. Handoff. Pierce. David Long again. It's a gain of maybe a yard or 2. Not much else there. A good job by Long. I've been impressed by him early on so far tonight. Or today, I should say. 7-0. Dolphins lead. 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. $25 seconds. 2nd down here. Probably the final play, barring an incomplete pass. Motion. Robert Woods going way behind. Handoff to Pierce. Cuts it up. He's going to get maybe half of it. Nice backside tackle by Emmanuel Ogbah. That will be the final play of the first quarter. Been a quick moving first quarter, by the way, as the Dolphins lead the Texans, 7-0. After a very bad opening drive, they have settled in. Let's check in on the Super Chat battle here, Chris. Go ahead and do that. And don't forget to mute yourself, too, if you're not going to talk. 7-0, the Dolphins lead over the Houston Texans. We do have a Super Chat menu on tap for you guys today as part of today's live show. The frickin' bots come back again. Noise the hell out of me. All right, Super Chat menu. $1 equals a shout-out. Every 500 likes equals a shot. We are at 216, by the way. I'm also doing a beer cheers for every Super Chat that comes in since we're way behind, by the way. And make sure that score L3 comes up here, Chris. Every $20, we already texted Will from Ronson. Ronson, by the way, Will just said ha 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 ha. Let's see if you can. You kind of can't read it, but that is Will up there. Can't reach far enough anyway. Every $20, we'll text Will for you guys. $50 is a shot. We're doing double duty today. Back-to-back live watch parties, one at 4 p.m. Eastern, as the damn bots are back. Trying my best, folks. CM type B as always. 50 for a shot because we have double watch parties and I don't know if we want to try to do that right there. So, $50 is the shot. Super Chat MVP. It will send you guys the winner of the most combined Super Chats. We'll get this Dolphins pennant. Right now, Ronson is in the lead with 20, by the way. So make sure you guys sort if you guys want to beat him. 21 takes the lead. And I text Will on your behalf. It's that simple. All right, the Super Chat leaderboard right now as we take on the Houston Texans. We're losing by 80, which is embarrassing. Texans Today is a new channel. They have a mid-host in Jeremy Chugs, as far as I'm concerned. I want to beat them. I don't have to worry about being nice to the Texans fans like I did have to worry about being nice to the Falcons fans last week when we were simulcasting. It's just Dolphins fans in here today. So let's make sure we beat them in the Super Chat battle. We are way behind. We need your guys' help on that front. All right. We're also in a like battle. Much better results here. Now, I will say we have a much larger channel. So we should be beating them. If we get to 500 likes, it's a shot, folks. We're at 222 right now with about 600 people watching. Like that video, please and thank you. Texans football, 3rd and 5. Stroud over the middle, broken up on the play. Xavier Howard. Great job by X. Spam those X's in the comments section. It's 4th down. Try to go a slant to Noah Brown with a little bit of a rub route in front of it. Howard, great closing speed. That's a great defensive play. Get those X's in the comments. 4th down, and they'll bring out the field goal unit. Spam cowards. Spam coward. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the kick here. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Fairbairn, right? Fairbairn is A-I-R-N. Kick is good. Would have preferred 0 again. Although, if you had told anyone watching the Texans would have 2 red zone drives to begin the game, one of which started at the 7, and they had 3 points combined, I'll take that. Little bend but don't break there from the Dolphins defense. A very nice pass breakup by Xavier Howard. So I appreciate that. All right. We are at 239 likes. At the moment, it is a TV timeout. If we get to 300 likes before the game comes back and they run an offensive play, I will do a shot. There are 600 people. Yeah, go ahead and do that. 50 likes is about right on the math there. That's fine. Yeah, you can go with that one there. If we get to 300 likes before the next offensive play, I will do a shot. I'll crack one open here. We don't have a lot left, but I have my my Hawaiian themed shot glass, A for Tua, but also, we're having a tough time down there. Ethan's also spamming Super Chat, which, hey, we're down big against our Texans channel. 21 takes lead for the Dolphins pennant. Right now, that's Ronson. All right, 300 total likes, and I will just show we're at 263. Got a chance at it. 264. And we're asking for like 50% like rate. That's it. That's very doable. Is that, guys? We're doing so better than last week. Yeah, much better showing. You finished the drive off. That was your issue. You moved the ball fine last week. You didn't finish drives. I would be moderately surprised if Tua comes back out. I think 2 drives, a really good one, end on the high note. 25 likes away, Chris. And they're still at timeout. We can do it. Let's get there. 300. 300 likes.
We can do it.
Let's go.
Texas channel said you can't.
That's because they're soft. 20 likes away.
Oh, we could get there, man. Let's get Tom faded, guys.
Let's see what happens. Game is resumed. We're 18 likes away.
Oh, man.
600 watching. Let's get there.
Let's before the kick. Come on. Just hit that like
button.
We
get the kick and the offensive play. 15 likes away. A squib kick. Fielded eventually at the 15 by A-Chain. A-Chain will get taken down at the 26. It's fine. Don't mind that. Kind of a weird return there. All right, we're 5 likes away. First offensive play's coming up. Oh, we lost a like. We're 6 away. Oh, no. 5 away again. Dolphins offense set to come out. Austin Jackson, you're 4 likes away. Skylar Thompson in the game at quarterback. We're 3 likes away. I will look back after this play. It's going to come down to the wire. Thompson in the shotgun. Fakes a handoff. Wants to go downfield. Uncorks it. Got a man. Incomplete. We at least got there on the likes. Tried to go to Cedric Wilson. That was a downfield bomb. Couldn't quite connect with Cedric Wilson. Just you could have got away with a PI call there. Got that arm on the left hand, Derek Stingley did. Well, at least got there. Cheers. I think that was Derek Stingley. Let's double check. No, Jimmy Ward, my bad. So, Tua's day is done. Skylar Thompson in the game right now. Motion. High snap. Under pressure. Thompson fumbles the football, and he dives on it. Good Lord. Who was the center on that play? I think that was Connor Williams again, a high snap. Will's going to be in shambles. Thompson had to jump, and then messed up the timing on the play action, and then he fumbled the football. As Savon Ahmed got frickin' bull rushed by Will Anderson. There's just all kinds of bad. So Will Anderson gets credit for a sack there, set up by a bad snap and a fumble. So it's now 3rd and 24. They're going to hand it off to Ahmed, who's going to get to the 15. So they will punt here. That's just a bad drive by Miami. They were that close to a massive game. So, Dance King. Hey, Will. Mark King here. We miss you. Remember Super Chat King in the style of Dancing Queen from last year. Love you. Appreciate that, Dance King. Thank you very much. Cheers to you. I know Will will appreciate that. I know Will was watching earlier. I'm not sure if he's still there. Jake Bailey on for the punts, and not a great one, but takes a very friendly bounce. That's going to roll to the 33. That got about 20 yards of roll. Maybe 15, but that ends up being a 51-yard punt that probably went 35-ish in the air. So bad drive there for the Dolphins. You know, I'm making some notes of various winners and losers, and I think I got to put Connor Williams on the loser. He's had multiple bad snaps today. That's not good. Let's make a quick note here. Multiple bad snaps. Hate to see it. All right. Shout out your city in the comment section. The chat rate high right now is 45. If we can beat that by everyone spamming their city, I'll do a big old chug of this beer. Mostly because I don't want to have too many shots today, because that's a bad idea. Chat rate high is 45. Spam your city in the comment section, and I'll give some shout-outs here. I see Greenville, South Carolina, West Virginia, Sunrise, Tuscaloosa. Producer Chris loved that one. He's from Tuscaloosa, too. At least went to school there, I guess. Summerdale, Syracuse, Sunrise, Rogers, Arkansas, San Francisco, Sydney, Australia, Tuscaloosa again, Seattle, Rogers, Arkansas, Ormond Beach, Florida, Florida Space Coast, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Antarctica. Is that true, Ethan, or not? Richmond, Illinois, Cabell, Kentucky, Icy Grand Maris? I'm not sure I pronounced that one, Ty Crow. Aubrey, Texas, Owagra. Miami. I can never say that one right. I don't know why. That's a word that's always tripped me up. Corpus Christi, Tomball, Texas. Hickory, North Carolina. Lake Charles, Louisiana. California. DeQueen, Arkansas. Someone just said they're from Tyreek Hill. Kodak Icy says they're from Houston, Texas, behind enemy lines today. Hollywood, Florida. Rob, Montana. Tule Valley? I'm not trying to pronounce that one, Bradley. I've never seen that one before out in Utah. Olivehurst, California. Ooh, we're close on that chat rate. We're just behind. Keep spamming your city. Greenwood. Fort Lauderdale. West Virginia, Arkansas. Someone says they're from Tua. Fort Lauderdale again. Greenwood, South Carolina. West Virginia from Davin. Villa Rica, Georgia. Ooh, we're close. Let's see what the next. Toronto, Canada. I don't know if we're going to get there. Arkansas is in the house too. It's going to be tight. Going to be tight. 1st and 10, Texans football here. Central America. Waddle's home in Antarctica. That's funny. That's funny. C.J. Stroud still out there for the Houston Texans. High snap. Stroud recovers. Throws it in the dirt, incomplete. Flag comes out as well. Juice Scruggs almost snapped it over the head of C.J. Stroud. There's a flag. I believe it's going to be on Houston. Probably for an eligible man downfield. Oh, man. We didn't beat it, Chris. 45. We got to 41. 4-way. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
You know, Tua threw a pick on his first drive.
Then they redeem themselves.
That's the Chad's first pick. You know, they go back, they throw, or they score a touchdown next drive.
That's fair. Just a bad snap. Yeah, I believe they called an ineligible man downfield on this play. It was on Kenyon Green. Was supposed to be a run play, and a bad snap blew it all up. So 1st and 15 now for Houston from their own 29-yard line. Stroud, handoff. Singletary gets nothing on that one. Emmanuel Ogbah with the tackle. So the main starters, Phillips, those guys are out of the game already for Miami. Ogbah and Van Ginkel have been your top edges so far. I actually didn't catch who was out there on the first drive. It was only 4 plays. But I haven't seen Chubb out there or Phillips out there on this opening drive, or on these last 2 drives, I should say. So 2nd and 14 for the Houston Texans here from their own 30-ish. 29.5. Pressure coming. Stroud has time over the middle. Caught. They get maybe 5. So 3rd down, type in those 3s. Type in your 3s in the comment section. Texans picked up the blitz. Stroud went through multiple reads there. Eli Apple on the coverage. 3rd down, spam your 3s. We had our Dancing King super chat earlier. Thank you, my friend. 3rd and 10. Got to get to the 44-yard line. They're at their own 34. 11:35 to go here in the half. 7-3 Dolphins lead. Stroud looks left, throws left, short, caught. Schultz doesn't get it. Yeah, run a 4-yard route on 3rd and 5, and look what happens. Good job there by the Dolphins defense to take away everything else. Tackle will be credited to, I didn't catch who that was. I believe that was Bryce Thompson, I believe. Let me double check that. Yes, that was Bryce Thompson. Been getting some nickel with everyone banged up. Punt team is on. That's Johnston on the punt. Berrios over his head, touchback. So Dolphins will take back over with 10:52 to go in the first half as they lead the Houston Texans 7-3. A bad first drive for Miami, very much redeemed by their second drive. A touchdown scoring drive, then a very bad third drive that was headlined by a bad snap, etc. Robin, once we get to 500 likes, it'll be a new shot. So less than 375 on that front, my friend. Dolphins lead the Texans 7-2-3 here. We have 10:52 to go in the quarter after the Cameron Johnston punt went 62 yards. Good punt, but a net of 42. Now, we are 114 subs away from 43K. If we get there, it is a round of shots for us here, both myself and producer Chris. So sub if you haven't already done so. If you're just now tuning in, I've been live for the entirety of the game. The Dolphins starters appear to be done for the day on both sides of the football. Interception to start the game from Tua, redeemed himself nicely on a 93-yard scoring. They actually had, by the way, something like 98 yards or something of actual offense because they lost 5 yards with penalties there. So if you haven't already done so, free Dolphins videos all season long here for you guys. We'll have a new full-time Dolphin fan dedicated host for you guys before the season begins. So he'll be here. I'm just the intro. I'm just the backup. Hit that sub button if you haven't already done so. We are just over 100 away from getting there. Free videos when you guys hit that button right now. All right. Is that Kai? Says his Cam's even there. I actually don't know if Cam Smith traveled. Oftentimes, Cam is not playing, but in terms of if he's there at the game itself, I don't remember. I know he was there for the practices, but sometimes they leave early to go do more rehab stuff there. So I'm not entirely sure what the status is on that front. All right, what will happen on this drive? Touchdown, field goal, turnover, or punt? TD, FG, TO, or P for punt. Yeah, Tristan's right. Cam Smith is banged up, but should be good to go for week 1. Thompson under center, hand off, and it's a loss of 3. Nothing there at all. Keon Smith in there at left tackle got blown up. Jonathan Grenard, you're running a stretch left and your left tackle got beat off the snap. Unacceptable. Horrible rep for Smith. So now it's 2nd and 14 because your third string left tackle got smoked. Ahmed in motion. Thompson in the shotgun. They're going to chip on the left side. Thompson, slant, incomplete, tried to go to Braxton Berrios. That is the hardest I've ever seen Skylar Thompson throw a football. Just off the fingertips of Berrios in the end. So 3rd down, type in those 3s. Armstead's not playing tonight. So 3rd down. And 14 from their own 16. Can't tell who the left guard is right now. I'll try to get a peek on it. That's Wynn. Thompson under pressure throws in the dirt, incomplete. Again, the left side of the line did not do a very good job there as a flag comes out. Texans still kind of have their starters out there to a certain extent. Jerry Hughes is out there still. Malik Collins is. The problem with that play is you have 5 offensive linemen. Every single one got beat. Every offensive lineman got beat on that play. Now, there were offsetting penalties. There was a hold on Robert Jones, the right guard, and a defensive illegal contact call on Steven Nelson. So we'll reset the play here. 3rd and 14. See if the Dolphins get... they're going I form on this one. What is this? Play action maybe from their own 16? They motion Robbie Chosen. Handoff. And up the middle is Devon Achane. First down. He's going to get 20. Maybe only 18, 19. 3rd and 14. They run I-form set. And Devon Achane bursts through the hole for a first down. Nice lead blocking. Right side of the line, cleared it up. I saw Isaiah Wynn throw a pancake downfield. Great play. Did not see that one coming. 1st and 10, Miami. I-form again. Motion again. Opposite side. Handoff again. There's nothing there. Dan Feeney's 4 yards behind his own line of scrimmage. Normally not a good thing on that one. So 9-10 to go. It's 2nd and 12, we'll call it here. Good run off the right side. Bad run off the left side there. Dolphins backups versus the Texans starters, basically. Second and 12. Split set. 2 in the backfield. Motion now. That's the tight end. Thompson. Slant. High. Incomplete. Off the fingertips of Robbie Chosen. Probably should have been caught. I'm a big believer of if the ball hits off your hands, you should catch it. But it's high on the throw, too. So 3rd down, type in those 3s. That ball's better thrown, it's caught. I'd also say if it's off your hands, you should catch it. It was not a good throw, though. Maybe 60-40 on the QB. 3rd and 12. Ahmed goes out in motion. Empty look. Texans show 4. They bring 4. A stunt. Thompson. Check down. He's 2 yards shy of the first down marker. Julian Hill gained 10, but they needed 12. I say go for it. You know, Jake Bailey's your lone punter. You might as well go for this here. They will go for it. 4th and 2. Type in those 4s. Let's get it. 8:10 to go here in the half. McDaniel calls in the play. Play clock's at 23. About 8 minutes to go now in the half. Thompson's in the shotgun. Great time to run a read option look here. Texans showing pressure. Barrios in motion. Thompson gets the snap. Looking right. Throws. Caught. First down and more. Cedric Wilson. Type in those 1s. There you go. Type in first. They beat Derek Stingley on that one. Sorry, that was not Derek Stingley. They just cut to Derek Stingley for some unknown reason. That was actually Tavier Thomas they beat, who's not very good. But I don't know why they cut to Derek Stingley after the play. Great throw by Thompson to find Wilson. Miami marching at the 43. Ahmed in the backfield. Gets the handoff behind Thompson to the edge. Ahmed cuts it up and gets the first down. Type in your 1s again. That was I call it the, backside handoff. You just turn around, hand it off on a sweep around you. Get everyone going to the right side. Big pickup, Miami. So first down, Fins at the Texans' 32-yard line. 6:45 to go in the half. I-form set. Ahmed in the game. He gets the handoff. Bounces it wide. Gets to the edge. Ahmed picks up 8. There's no Myles Gaskin tonight. Savon Ahmed making the most of his opportunity. He's got 19 yards on his last 2 carries alone. 6:25 to go in the half. Good job there by Ahmed bouncing it wide to pick up 9. Now they'll give him 8. 2nd and 2 from the 24. We got 6:15 to go in the half and the quarter as well. Thompson's in the shotgun. Ahmed now to his right. He had motion from the left. Offset. Thompson drops back. Checks it down, finds Ahmed, got 3. All you need, it's a first down Miami. Type in those ones. Thompson looked downfield first, high to low read, checks it down. Good job there. So first down, just outside the red zone here. 5:39 to go in the half. Clock is stopped. Robert Jones is slow to get up, so we will monitor that one. The Dolphins are thin along the offensive guard spot tonight because Eichenberg is not playing, Lester Cotton is not playing, so they might have to kick a tackle inside, or that's Ryan Hayes or Jerron Christian or Keon Smith, because Isaiah Wynn's playing left guard right now. So unless they sub back in Robert Hunt or Eichenberg or give Dan Feeney some guard reps, Dolphins don't have a normal backup from that perspective. So hopefully Robert Jones is okay. We will certainly keep an eye on that one. We'll update you guys if we hear anything. Injured in the second quarter for Robert Jones, unfortunately. Don't know what the injury was on that front. All right, let's check in on the Super Chat battle here, Chris. Where are we at? Do I even want to know how far we're behind? We're at $27. They're at $141. Ronson is our MVP today. It's 5 o'clock. It's drinking hours. It's fine. Most combined Super Chats will get this pennant. By the way, if someone can beat Ronson, a $21 Super Chat is all it requires at this stage. So, is that guys? We need Chad Jones. I don't know if Chad's going to come. Chad is the MVP always of Dolphins Today. Not a doubt in my mind on that front. I don't think a doubt in anybody's mind, frankly. But we are getting crushed today. So that's disappointing. Yeah, Sherry May says who. There you go. Who indeed. Chad Jones who. Love it. All right, what happened on this drive? Probably one of these we can ignore. That's the punt side of it. But TD, field goal, turnover, or punt. Get those votes in for us here, as I have not seen anything yet on Robert Jones. Maybe we'll get an update once the game coverage resumes here, but for now, no update. Robert Jones leaving the game with an injury of some type. Let me see if I can find a quick search that'll report anything for me here. He needed help coming off the field. That's all we know. Handoff here. Rolls or boot right. Thompson will keep it and cut it up and dive and get to the 15 or 16, a gain of a couple. I did not catch who's in the game at right guard there. I thought that might have been Dan Feeney. But let me check here. I see Dan Feeney was in the game initially. He might be your new right guard. Cedric Ogbuehi's in the game at right tackle. And it looked like that is Dan Feeney in the game at right guard as Devon Achane picks up 1. So Keon Smith at left tackle. Cedric Ogbuehi in the game at right tackle. And then Dan Feeney in the game at right guard. And then left guard looks to still be Isaiah Wynn as Alama Uluwave is in the game at center. So they did kick Feeney over to guard there. 3rd and 5. Type in those threes from the 16-yard line. They're going to motion Ahmed out wide. Empty look, trips left. Texans showing pressure. They do it on a delayed blitz. Thompson has to pump, throws it late, caught, first down, Ahmed. Thompson had dropped back, pumped, stepped up, was going down, and then found Ahmed for a first down. An electric play I think they call that the coffee house blitz, where like linebacker goes, I'm going to drop back, just kidding, and charges in. I think that's what that's called. 1st and 10 from the 11. Ahmed stretches wide, picks up 2. Yeah, it is the coffee house blitz. I couldn't tell who it was. Like, was lined up, kind of went like this, and then ran forward and almost got home for the sack, but Thompson delivered. So 3:18 to go here in the second quarter. It is 2nd and 7 from the 8. Probably 4-down territory here. Just because you want the quarterbacks need reps. Your kicker does not need practice on a 30-yard try. That's not what he needs. What he needs, the offense needs more work. Dolphins taking the play clock down inside of 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, timeout called. Too much going on before the snap on that one. Too much going on. By the way, that was, I believe, that is going to go down as a Skylar Thompson jump pass. I'll put that on my Twitter here, Chris, if you can get that all set up here. Good angle that will be going up on the Chat Sports Twitter page, at Chat Sports, as the typing some B's to block the bots, Chris. I'll put that on at Chat Sports right now if you can get some shout-outs for me. Oh, I got to unmute yourself. There you go.
Appreciate typing those beads in there, Sherry, May, David, Storm, OC. Let's go. Who thinks this is going to end in a touchdown right here? Can they punch it in? Let's see.
Play is up.
Michaela?
Yeah, Thompson pumped, had a man open. I think it was a miscommunication as to where Ahmed was going to settle down, and then eventually found him for the first down. So he just kind of, under pressure, just jumped past like that. It was fun. A fun play. All right, it is 2nd down for the Fins. 2nd and 7 from the 8. So they can still get a first down without scoring on this drive. Rashard Lee says, what if this is a tie? We saw that last night, Bengals-Falcons. Saw it the night before, Browns-Eagles. It ends in a tie, which is profoundly un-American, by the way.
That's why I don't like soccer.
Yeah, because they have ties constantly. It's annoying. 500 likes. We'll do a shot. We are at 345 right now, so we're not that far away. Like the video if you haven't already done so. And by the way, Chris, as long as you're unmuted, you can put yourself up there, by the way. You can do the little small cam. So like that video. We've got 2:50 to play here in the half. Dolphins have the ball inside the Texans' 10. They're at the 8-yard line, 2nd and 7 coming up. Ties are un-American, period. I would rather lose. I would rather go for the win and lose than kick a 40-yard field goal. When you know who your kicker is. If you don't know who it is, that's different, but cowardice. All right. 2nd and 7 from the 8 for the Dolphins. See what they dial up here. They came back way before they were ready, by the way, because they're just showing fan shots right now. I thought we were moments away from a play. We are not. Thompson, Barrios in motion, drops back, got a man, caught, touchdown, Savon Ahmed. TDs in the comment section. Just a little flare route out of the backfield, and it's 13-3 Miami. Spam those TDs. Savon Ahmed into the end zone. I am very glad that Ahmed's wearing a band on his right arm. It's the only way I can differentiate between him and Devon A-Chain right now. Because it's 26 and 28. I think they have the same style face mask on too. A big drive by Miami as Jason Sanders on for the extra point. And he delivers. Same as last time. Slight draw down the center. 14-3. Miami leads, Chris.
So nice seeing a kicker make extra points, man.
The games we've seen a lot of. Somebody commented there have been a lot of missed extra points. Yes, there have been. So no Myles Gaskin tonight, and Savon Ahmed, I have been super impressed by. 7 carries, 23 yards, 4 catches, 32 yards, and a score. He's the leading receiver for both teams right now. Thompson settled in after a bit of a shaky-ish start. A-Chain has a 20-yard gain, and then 2 carries for 0 yards and a loss of a couple. So this is much better as Savon Ahmed has the touchdown run. Or touchdown catch, excuse me. A lot of players getting involved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys have a catch. 8 have a target for Miami. I would assume we'll see one more drive here for C.J. Stroud. And then he's done for the day, would be my guess. It's been a very fast half, it feels like. The Texans have had 3 drives each. Or about to be 4 drives each, I should say. Only like less than 20 plays for Houston. So would not be surprised if they go score here. Or go keep Stroud out. Return. Houston, 20, 25, and still loose. 35-40. Big return there. Steven Sims. Give Bryce Thompson the credit for the tackle. He was tripped to the 25, stayed on his feet, and got out to the 40. So a big return there by Steven Sims in a fight to make the Texans roster at wide receiver. That was 46 for Miami. I thought had him down. That's Jamal Perry. Not a great way to make the team if you're Perry. The punter broke his ankles. It is Stroud. Handoff to Singletary. Gets 5 on that play. They can run one more play before the 2-minute warning if they so choose. Stroud is going to let the clock bleed here. It's 2nd and 5 from the 45. They will not call a play, it looks like. They will take it down to the 2-minute warning, so immediate timeout coming up here. 2nd and 5, 2 minutes to go for the Dolphins. All right, we are at 376 likes. 500 is a round of shots. If we get to 500 before the half ends and we step away with our halftime scoreboard and stats and stuff up there and take a little potty break, if we get to 500, I will do 2 shots. We are 120 away, and there are 640 plus people watching live right now. The math is simple. Not everyone has liked today's video. If everyone watching who likes it, or even just the majority of you, it'll be double shots for us here on Dolphins Today. So like that video right now. We're at 384 at this point. 389. Can we get there or not? I'm going to sip some water. Make sure I stay hydrated today. It's very important. Almost to 400. I know most of you, or at least a good portion of you, have not yet liked the video. It's very simple. It's free. It always helps us out. When you like the video, it tells YouTube you like what we're doing. And it will be shown to more people as well. Sherry May, this is producer Chris's second Dolphins watch party, but the first solo one. Last week we had to do a joint watch party, so I had to be nice to the Texans fan or the Falcons fans, and now I don't have to be nice to them. So we are 90 likes away. I think we can get there. I think we can get there. We're at the 2-minute warning. It's 14-3. Dolphins lead. 4-10. 412, I should say, excuse me. So like that video. If we get to 500 likes before the end of the half, or the end of the half. I almost said start of the third quarter, but that's still on the gap there. Get those likes in. If we get there, it's 2 shots. 2 for me, 1 for producer Chris. Sherry says right. It's his first real Dolphins watch party. That's fair. Because we had to be nice to the Falcons fans so we didn't, alienate an entire channel. Had to be nice. Don't have to be nice to the Texans. They suck. They just want to be the Cowboys so bad they put the Cowboys logo in theirs. It's ridiculous. They still have their starters in because C.J. Stroud has not looked that great, honestly. 7 of 10 for 60 yards. That's not very good. Had the ball until the 7, they couldn't score. All right, 2nd and 5. 80 likes away. Keep the likes coming, folks. Two-minute warning. Dolphins have their backups in. Really kind of the third stringers to an extent. Stroud, incomplete and behind Nico Collins. In coverage on that play was, I believe that was Eli Apple. I think that's who it was. Yeah, that was Eli Apple. 3rd down, type in those 3s. Maybe we can get one more drive for Skylar Thompson out there. Malik Reed's one of your edge rushers right now. Duke Riley's at linebacker. Emmanuel Ogbah is still out there, by the way, which I find interesting. 3rd down, type in those 3s here. TV's over here, that's why I'm looking over there. They motion the running back, Devin Singletary, out wide. Dolphins will bring 5. Free rusher, Stroud avoids him. Good job there, but Stroud downfield, incomplete. Tried to go to Noah Brown. Did not connect. I believe that was Malik Reed. It was coming off the edge. Stroud did a good job to avoid him, but missed the throw. So the Texans, I assume, will punt. Man, Brown was open. You know what? That's on Noah Brown. That other angle goes right through Noah Brown's chest and hits the ground. That was actually not on Stroud. I'll be nice to him there. That one was on Noah Brown. That should have been caught. Low snap, corralled by Cameron Johnston, the punter. Fair catch called for at the 17 by Braxton Berrios. A minute 43 to go in the half. The Dolphins have 2 timeouts. Will be a quick break here, I believe. So get your likes in. If we get to 500 before the half, it's 2 shots for me and 1 for producer Chris up there. Skylar Thompson will come back out on offense. Had a rough first drive and a really nice second drive, which is exactly what happened for the Dolphins with Tua in there. Minute 43 to go from their own 18-yard line. Maybe get in the field goal range is maybe the outcome you want here. 70 likes away. Ahmed in motion. Quick pass to Braxton Berrios. He gets a yard. River Craycraft did not do a great job blocking. Desmond King makes the tackle, and the clock will tick, 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 tick. Minute 30 to go now in the half. Dolphins don't seem to be showing urgency since they went to a replay. I'll try to keep an eye on Robert Jones, too, if he comes back in the football game here. Down to a minute 15 now in the half. Shotgun set for Thompson. Dan Feeney still in the game at right guard. No Robert Jones. Handoff to Ahmed. Ahmed gets loose. Ahmed 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's a foot race. 40, 30, tipped up at the 15. Savon Ahmed. Type in your ones. They handed it off. They've got 54 seconds. He's out of bounds and gassed. But wait, is there a flag? I don't think there is. I think the ref was just walking slowly. I don't know why they. So preseason games confuse the hell out of me with like the camera work. They go to the ref. You only go to the ref when there's a flag. I don't know why they were showing him walking. A-chain the handoff. Tripped up. Timeout, I assume, called here. No, clock is ticking 45 seconds. So 2nd down. Hell of a run by Ahmed, who has been, I think, the most impressive player of this game so far. 2nd and 11. Dolphins have 2 timeouts. The game clock's down to 30 seconds, so you got to move here, fellas. At the 18. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. The snap comes. Thompson looking, pumps, throws it. That should be grounding, which is a nightmare outcome. 17 seconds left. Oh, maybe they're going to discuss this. That ball, he was not out of the tackle box. It did not get back to the original line of scrimmage, and there wasn't really anybody in the area there. We'll see if they rule this grounding or not. Looks like they're not going to. Miami gets away with one there. 3rd and 11. Woo. From the 18 now. They're going to motion A-chain out wide. Thompson feeling some pressure. Throws off his back foot. End zone. Touchdown. Braxton Berrios. Miami extends the lead. Thompson off his back foot finds Berrios in the end zone. 10 seconds to go. We'll get that touchdown and the Savon Ahmed run on the Chat Sports Twitter account. Berrios against Henry Toto, the linebacker. Extra point coming up here. And it is good. It is 21-3. Give some shout-outs for those TDs, Producer Chris.
That's what I'm talking about. Get those TDs in the chat right now. Get some shout-outs. Jose Antonio, David Storm, let's go. Washington, 21-3, let's go. Fins up, baby. Fins up. Sherry, that's what I'm talking about. I like that. Let's go for 2. Why not? I know they already kicked the field goal.
I actually don't hate that.
I'm fine with that. They already kicked the field goal, but, I like it. I like it.
You're really not going to give any run to Jason Sanders and field goal, so you kind of give him these here. Yeah. All right, the Ahmed touchdown is in, or the big run, and Skylar Thompson to Braxton Berrios for the TD.
Putting that link in the chat right now. You guys go retweet that. What a drive right there, man.
That was awesome.
1:50, drive down the field, score a touchdown right before half.
That was very impressive work. Both are up now on the Chat Sports Twitter. I think you can go ahead and build that halftime scoreboard out here if you haven't already, Producer Chris. We will take a break at halftime, by the way. Squib kick, fielded at the 25. Trying to bounce it wide, 30, 34 out of bounds that was John Mechie, Alabama product.
Love to see it.
Yeah, after his cancer diagnosis, you do love to see that, actually. So 5 seconds left. They'll send out C.J. Stroud once again. After it seemed like maybe Mike White was your quarterback too, Skylar Thompson's 7 of 11 for 57 yards and 2 scores. Texans will kneel here to wrap up the half. A 21-3 lead for the Miami Dolphins. You'll love to see it. Very impressive performance. Even Will Scott loves it in the live chat there. A horrible start to the game. First play of the game is an offensive play, a picked off throw, bad one by Tua Tagovailoa. Then the Dolphins redeem themselves. They score. I have been super impressed by Savon Ahmed tonight. Myles Gaskin not playing, I believe, because of a minor injury, and Ahmed has 8 carries for 88 yards, and he also has 32 yards through the air on 4 catches. Skylar Thompson, 7 of 11 for 57 yards. Very impressive performance by a couple of different players for the Dolphins. C.J. Stroud doesn't look very good for Houston. Very quality showing here for the Miami Dolphins. Much, much better than what we saw last week, I should say, out of the Miami Dolphins. So halftime break is coming up Here's what we'll be doing during halftime. We'll step away. Music will be playing. The price so far for me to text Will has been $20. During halftime, a special deal. Every $10 super chat that comes in, I will text Will a customized message for you guys. So don't go anywhere. Second half coming up, Dolphins taking it to Houston early on. Second half action coming up here between the Dolphins and the Texans. Texans football to start the half, by the way, as it will be Davis Mills out there at quarterback for Houston. The end of the day for CJ Stroud. We did have a $10 super chat from Dance King. So I did text Will for you, Dance King. Said the Dolphins were the Super Bowl and Razorbacks in that championship. Will said we can agree on one of those predictions, Dance King. I will say, by the way, Dance King is now $5 back of Ronson for the Super Chat MVP and the pennant. That's it. First play is a handoff and bounced wide. Mike Boone will get 3. That is it. Noah Ibignogany makes the tackle on that one. We are at 450 likes. 5 more. 5 more. And we will do a shot. Or 50 more. 50 more. 50 more. 50 more. David asking about Skylar Thompson's numbers. 7 of 11 for 57 yards and 2 scores. Solid. 2nd and 7 for Houston. So it is the backups and the backups. Third stringers in there were applicable. Davis Mills, boot left. Looking, throws, caught, first down to the 40. That was, I believe, on the catch, Steven Sims. Yes, it was. It's a nice throw by Davis Mills. Nearest man in coverage was Elijah Campbell, the safety. So 1st and 10, Houston. Ethan's right. 500 likes in total. It's a shot. Sims goes in motion. Mills, and a flag comes out. I will say as well, Malik Reed was mad. He was going like this. He was upset. He was going to have a free play. A free play. First half, the 1-inch wondering how everyone looked. Honestly, I thought outside of the bad interception, pretty good. Couple missed plays occasionally on defense, but 21-3. I think that's fairly accurate. This is what the game should have been last week in the first half, by the way. They should have been blowing them out of the water. Now they're finishing drives. 1st and 15 following the flag on Houston. Davis Mills, handoff to Mike Boone up the middle. Boone will get 2 yards on that one. Looks like Malik Reed and couldn't tell the number on that one. Might have been Brandon Peely in on the tackle. One of the big nose guard, or one of the big D linemen up there. I don't think it was Twyman, so I'm going to guess it was Peely. Mike Boone in the game at running back. We'll see some of Dario Ogunbowale later on today. Jared Dokes as well, former Dolphin. He's on Houston now. 2nd and 12. Screen. A gain of maybe 2. Tristan says it was Bronson who made that tackle, so I'm inclined to believe you there. I couldn't quite tell the number watching live. The last one was made, by the way, by Channing Tindall. So he's going to get a lot of run here in the second half. 3rd down and 10. Type in those 3s, folks. Mike Boone still in the game at running back for Houston. Davis Mills is the quarterback. It's the 2nd string offense, and it's 2.5 string on defense for Miami. How about we call it that? Need to get to midfield. Davis Mills. Flushed. Rolling left. Eyes downfield. Throws. Tipped and incomplete. Tried to go to Xavier Hutchinson. It falls harmlessly to the ground. 4th down. Type in those 4s. Here's a nice angle. By the way, Emmanuel Ogbah is still in the game, which I find really interesting. And that should have been caught by Hutchinson, by the way. That hit his hands. That is a drop. That is a drop. Johnston will punt. Cameron Johnston, the Texans' only punter on the roster, so his job. It's away and angled out of bounds. Was caught. I couldn't tell who that was back on the return. Might have been Devon Achane. The official numbers on that punt are going to be out of bounds at the 12, was where it says currently there. All right, if you want the Dolphins to win, everyone spam MIA for Miami in the comment section. I am confident we will get there. We will get a ton of Miamis. If we set the new chat rate high, which is only 45, so everyone comments once and we set it, I will do a shot. Or, yeah, a shot. A shot. So spam those MIAs. We'll give some shout-outs here. Subtle Shark, Sherry May, Chris, Ethan, Axum, David, Neves, Bryson, Sherry, Kyle, Mike, Kelly, Michael spamming, Sylvester, Elwood, Kyle, Kevin, Kurt, David, Kyle, Chris, Tristan, Michael, Kyle, Kurt, Mark. Ooh, good start here. David, Kyle again, Candy Cane is in there. Spam those MIAs. If we set the new chat rate high, it'll be a shot. Sherry May's asking for an injury update on Robert Jones. I don't have one for you at the moment. I do know that he went to the locker room, kind of limped off there. So a couple of the other linemen had checked in on him. I know Teron Armstead went in there, but all I know is Robert Jones left the game with an injury. Do not know any details beyond that at this point. Hope we find out some more at some point. But as of right now, I don't know anything else. More MIAs. Tristan, David, Clemity, Ethan, Tristan. Got to be careful with how I pronounce that Clemity name. Tristan, Ethan again, Michael spamming. Chris, Washington, Lance, Kyle, Sherry, Ethan. Oh, we blew by it. We doubled it. That's a shot for both of us, Chris. That's a shot we doubled it. You love to see it. Cheers to you guys. $10. Dance King. Took the lead for the MVP. Dance King is the leader in the pennant race. He leads by 5. So, you won it. You have the lead, my friend. Producer Chris coming up here for a shot. Taking port. Dance King says he's drinking Soda Jerk Root Beer 70 proof. I'm going to Google that in a second here. Thompson under pressure. Tosses it. Finds Julian Hill, who gets 5. Axie0M says how he pronounces his name. If that's how you want to pronounce, that's how Will pronounced it. That's how that goes. We will do it that way. Handoff to A-Chain, gets a couple.
We're almost to 500 likes, too. That's another shot, too. We're 37 away. 37 likes away from another
Cheers.
shot.
Google 70 proof sounds incredible. All right, 3rd and 2 for the Fins. Thompson drops back to pass. Now under pressure. Avoids the sack, rolling left and throws it and caught, but it's a yard shy. Devon A-Chain. Thompson got hit as he threw. It kind of fluttered out there and falls completes, but not a first down. Isaiah Wynn got bull rushed a little bit there. I don't love that. But there's a flag on Houston. Illegal contact. Desmond King, it's a first down. Type those ones. Thank you, Houston. So 1st and 10 Miami now. after a Desmond King flag. And we got a false start on Cedric Ogbuehi. And then Julian Hill also moved, but it was after Ogbuehi, so we'll tag him for it. Still no Robert Jones. 1st and 15. As I think they're pulling Skylar Thompson out of the football game. Yeah, I think they're going to do a concussion evaluation on Skylar Thompson. So Mike White checking in early. Yeah, Thompson did land on his head, kind of got pile driven down. He said it was his shoulder. So we'll see if Thompson checks back at the football game. Mike White in the game, handoff to A-Chain. A-Chain up the middle is going to drive those legs and gets about 5. So a solid run there by A-Chain, as they will do a concussion evaluation here on Skylar Thompson, who didn't seem to be very happy about that. A good start for today's game out of Thompson. He's 8 of 12 for 62 yards and 2 scores. A lot of short stuff, but it's worked. 2nd and 9 now. So Mike White getting his first action earlier than planned.
Spam MW in the chat for Mike White. Let's go.
Motion. Timed snap. Might be a free play. White across his body. Incomplete. Off the fingertips of Julian Hill. The edge either jumped off sides, the left tackle moved early, or they're going to pick up this flag. It's offsides on Houston. So 2nd and 4 now with 9:20 to go in the second quarter. Third quarter. I don't know why I said second. It's second down. I think that was Derek Rivers they flagged there. So 2nd and 4. I think that's Rivers. He's still playing football? Yeah, that's Rivers. Got to get to the 45. White under center. Play action pass. Under pressure. Goes down, takes the sack. And White, by the way, I think he might have an actual concussion. He immediately grabbed his head coming up. 3rd down. Yeah, your entire O-line there. That's a bad rep from Isaiah Wynn. I don't think he's looked very good at left guard. He oversets to the right side. I think half the line was setting up for a screen. Just confusion everywhere. 3rd and 15 here. White's under center. I form. They ran it on this and a false start. Keon Smith. Now it's 3rd and 20. All the way back at their own 25-yard line on this drive. Yikes.
Let's get that I formation going. Let's get another 3rd and 20 conversion.
I don't know if you get 20 on this one. Chris Brooks was in the game, by the way, in the backfield. 3rd and 20. I form again. Motion. They're doing that same handoff. Brooks breaks one arm tackle, but will only get 3 yards, so they will punt here. So not a good drive out of the Dolphins. Started nicely. Got the free first down off the flag. Mike White takes a sack. 4th and 17. The punt team will be coming on here. 4th and 17. So it'll be Jake Bailey, who had a not great punt, take a great bounce last time. See what they can get done here. Bailey's punts away. Chance for a return. And they get 2 yards. Desmond King does to about the 34-ish. So Texans offense will come back out. They trail 21-3 to your Miami Dolphins. And we are 84 4 subs away from 43K. We'll do a shot if we get there. 73 subs is all that we are missing. We have 500 people watching live right now. I know not all of you are subscribed, and yeah, I'm going to put Michael Beanflip just in timeout to tell him to stop being weird. There you go. He's in timeout. 73 subs away. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. Free Dolphins videos for you every single day right here on the channel. New full-time Dolphins host coming in before the beginning of the season. So if you haven't already, subscribe. If we get to 43K on today's show, I'll do a shot here. And I am pleased to report we are 16 likes away from 500. That is a shot as well, and we're almost out. We're almost out. We're getting low. The last little finger of vodka in there. Maybe 2 fingers, I guess. 483. So we are 17 likes away. We have over 500 people watching. The math is mathing. So if everyone who hasn't liked it already does it, we will get there, knowing not everyone stays and likes the entire time. 11 likes away. So like that video if you haven't already done so. 500 likes will be a shot. We're at 495, 499. I'm going to pour it. I know we're going to get there right here. I have no doubts. I'm going to look up here and we're going to be there. Not a doubt in my mind. 501.
We've done it.
There we go. We're in a battle against our Texans channel. They're at 104, so tell them 505, Chris. Bottoms up. Woo! Chase it with some Red Bull.
Love to see it. Let's not stop there. Keep it going. If you haven't liked the video yet, you need to like it right now.
Yeah. Keep an eye on injuries here throughout the second half. We'll see if we get news on Skylar Thompson. But as of right now, no updates there. A-Chain seemed to be a little bit nicked up minorly, but I thought he was okay. They did put Brooks back in the game, so we'll monitor A-Chain too. Mills, play action pass, over the middle. It's almost picked. Elijah Campbell got his hands on it, a deep end. Campbell was in the zone. And a flag on Miami, so it would have mattered anyway. Illegal contact on the play. Did you get the number? They called it on Elijah Campbell, which I don't know about all that. Yeah, no, that's illegal contact. He hit him beyond 5 yards, beyond 10 yards. He didn't even have to. That's the worst part. That wasn't even in the play. Just don't press him that far downfield. So it's a free set of downs for the Texans after the near interception that would have been negated anyway. First down, Houston, 21-3, 7:29 to go here in the third quarter from their own 38-yard line. Empty look for Davis Mills. Dolphins defense is confused. They don't know what the play is. Mills resets over the middle, caught. Gain of a couple. Tackle made by Mike Rose as John Mechie makes the catch. Devon A-Chain, ladies and gentlemen, has headed off to the locker room, being carted off the field to the locker room. So I don't know what happened there, but that is certainly concerning. So we'll keep an eye on Devon A-Chain. Handoff here to Mike Boone, third down coming up. So Devon A-Chain carted off the field, or after I think he limped off. Carted off the field. No further details at this point. We will keep an eye on it. So hopefully A-Chain's okay. We'll see if we get word on Skylar Thompson at some point too. But you don't love that at all. 3rd and 1. Type in those threes here. Mills in the shotgun. Drops back. Free rusher avoids it. Throws. Batted in the air. Incomplete. Perry Nickerson. A great PBU right there. Great job by the Dolphins defense. Mike Rose came free as a rusher. Mills did a great job to avoid it, but Nickerson broke off the pass. So Texans are going to punt on 4th and 1. Cowards. Kiki Cutie will have the return here. Cameron Johnston, the lone punter. Snap is fine. Punts away off the right foot of Johnston. Fair catch from Cutie at the 12. So Miami will take over there with injuries and injuries to monitor here. Most notably, the injury to Devon Achane and Skylar Thompson. We'll see if Thompson can come back out there. They sent him in for a concussion evaluation. He was unhappy with that. But we'll see what happens there. Now, it's also the preseason. They'll cart you away for anything. They don't want to make you walk, but we'll see. All right, what will happen on this upcoming drive for the Dolphins? TD, FG, TO for turnover, or punt? Sound off in the comment section. TD, FG, TO, or punt. I will give some comments, or some shout-outs, I should say, here as we will await to see what all happens on this front with Achane and Thompson and Robert Jones all banged up, which is troubling at this stage. Sherry Mason, if it's Mike White, it's probably a turnover here. Ugh. By the way, I have not seen much of Eric Saubert. FYI, I don't know if he's just not playing or he just hasn't done anything. He might be on the outside looking in at the tight end room, by the way. This might be Julian Hill and Elijah Higgins and Durham Smythe make your tight end room. And it's those guys, and they don't end up carrying, and Croft ends up making it, and Saubert doesn't. Who knows? Get those comments in. The Super Chat menu today, $1 a shout-out. Every 500 likes, we did just get there, is a shot. $20. I'll text Willie Finns for you guys here. $50 for another shot because we have 2 watch parties. I can't be dying out here. And the Super Chat MVP will get this pennant. Can we get the leaderboard up there? Dance King, I believe right now, has a $5 lead. Let me try to get this straight. What's straight on this thing? Probably this, right? State kind of goes, yeah, state's like that. Yeah, it's like that. Dance King has the $5 lead at the moment over Ronson. So Ronson, if you want to retake the lead, it's got to be at least a $6 Super Chat at this point. But Dance King is your leader. Ethan Hogue is the only other one who's Super Chat. It's been the Dance King and Ronson show so far today, as we are getting our butts kicked by Texans today, unfortunately, in the Super Chat battle. So wouldn't mind a 50-piece. You would take the lead. Let's try to put what Dance King has, by the way, at the top. Kind of put their amounts in there, too. Just in parentheses or a dash, whatever. 1st and 10, Dolphins. Skylar Thompson back in the football game. He's all good. Thompson is okay. Dolphins will bark out some signals here to reset. Toss left. Almost fumbled by Chris Brooks. Dives forward for a gain of 2. He kind of juggled it. Whew. That was close. Good news, though. Skylar Thompson, after getting concussion checks done, I should say, is back in the football game. So 2nd and 7-ish, we'll call it here. Let's get that scoreboard up there, too. Remember, always got to have the score up in some capacity. So 2nd down for the Finns. Dance King is at 25. 26 puts you in the lead for the pennant. We'll ship it out to you. That's it. as a Texans player, unfortunately, is down. It's one of the Texans linebackers. Is that Henry Toto? Kind of looked like him, but I couldn't tell for certain. So hopefully he's okay. You hate to see injuries in the game. It's never a good thing. Hopefully he's okay. I'm checking for an update here on Devon H, and I don't have one right now. Then he was carted off the field. Hopefully he's okay. We'll check in throughout the night here, but or the evening, I guess I'll call it. But as of right now, no. Devon A-Chain, I think, limped off the field, and then they carted him to the locker room because they are on the road, so they tend to do that a bit more frequently. No update either, FYI, folks, on Robert Jones. I'll do a quick check here as well, see if there's any updates that I've seen out there. As of this moment, does not seem like that's the case. But, yeah, he was carted off the field. I found a photo of A-Chain. He looked kind of down. Head was down, looked sad. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on Jones and A-Chain, but hopefully they are okay. Hopefully. Dance King does lead our Super Chat battle. $25. This is combined Super Chats, by the way. Ronson is in second, and y'all letting a Cowboys fan rank third with even just $2. That's kind of embarrassing, frankly. That's Ethan doing it. So even he says he shouldn't be in third place there. So most combined Super Chats will get the pennant. We will cut that off as soon as the game ends, within reason, if there's like a battle going back and forth at that point. But like what we don't want to have is a like game ends, winner leaves, sends in their info, and then, while we're doing our post-game show, they come flying in and claim it. So we'll give some time if there's a back and forth going on, but game time is when that contest does end. So get the pennant. Take the Super Chat lead away from Dance King. 26 is all you need. All right, so game set to resume here. They did say the injury was to Garrett Wallow, the other linebacker. Looks like he's okay standing on the sidelines, so probably promising. So 2nd and 8 for Miami, backed up at their own 15-yard line. Skylar Thompson still in the football game. Might be his final drive, frankly. Motion. Thompson over the middle, caught, first down and more. Spun down. It's a big pickup. Eric Ezekama. First down, Miami. Type in those ones in the comment section. Big pickup there. To the 37 they go. Ezekama gets a breather. Thompson in the shotgun. And whistle for something here. Timeout Miami, it looks like, on that front. So I'm going to change the pin poll here. Seen basically 2 games of Skylar Thompson in the preseason here. Who do you want as QB2? QB2, Skylar Thompson or Mike White? New pin poll going in here, folks. Make sure to comment. STMW, but make sure you vote in the pin poll predominantly there. So brief timeout here. Dolphins with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's 1st and 10 at their own 37. 2 in the backfield. Motion with Cedric Wilson. Behind the back, handoff to Brooks. Brooks upfield, gets rocked, but a gain of 9 on that one. Nice tackle was made by Grayland Arnold, but it's a gain of 9. I think the Dolphins will take that. I think you're not going to see any more of Savon Ahmed. I think his day is done. He looked really good. No reason to throw him back out there. It'll be a lot of Chris Brooks here, I think, today. with Devon Achane in the locker room and injured. Carted off the field, don't know the severity. Brooks, handoff on 2nd and 2, churns those legs, gets 1.75 yards. So 3rd and 1 coming up here. Type in those threes for 3rd down. 4:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. We don't know what happened to Devon Achane. No details at this stage. Maybe we'll see some once the game wraps up or later on, but it's 3rd and 1 for Miami. Thompson's in the shotgun. Brooks to his left, and a false start. Somebody jumps. Keon Smith at left guard. He flies off the ball and gets mad at the center. Smith was going like this to the center. Maybe flinched or said something in the count. I don't know. But Keon Smith jumps off sides. Ryan Hayes in the game right now at left tackle, by the way. Dan Feeney's still in there at right guard. And Cedric Ogbuehi in the game at right tackle. So 3rd and 6 now, I should say. 6, 5.5, somewhere in that range. It's probably a full 6. A motion, I was wrong. And another false start. They did put Savant Ahmed back in the game, who has now taken off the wristband I was using to identify him. I had a brief moment of excitement because I thought that meant that Devon Achane was back in there, and I got really excited, and it was not the case. Jerron Christian was actually in the game at right tackle now. My bad. No longer Ogbuehi. They're both wearing sleeves today. So 2 false starts, and you go from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 11. Can't have it, folks. Can't have it. Same sloppiness we saw last week. Brooks now motions out wide. Empty look for Skylar Thompson. Texans only bring 4, plus a stunt. Thompson, downfield. Great catch made. 1st down and more. River Craycraft. Spam those ones. A fantastic showing out of Skylar Thompson after a pretty rough one last week. 3rd and 11, throws a deep dig to Craycraft, who beat, believe that's Tyree Gillespie. 1st down for Craycraft. He's playing deep in the game here with this kind of 2.5 string offense. Motion again, handoff to Brooks off the left side, a flag again. I think this is going to be on Miami again. It's not often you see this, folks. Offsides, defense, number 73. I didn't realize the Texans had a 73 out there on defense. That's why I heard 73. That's Ali Gay. So 1st and 5. I heard offside 73 and went, oh my God, they lined up they called it on the offensive line. They're good. 1st and 5 now. For the Fins. 2:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. From the 37. Thompson barking out signals. 3 left, 1 right. Or 3 right, 1 left. Can't do the sides, apparently. Thompson avoids the sack downfield. Oh, that should have been picked. That's a bad throw by Thompson. I don't know if he thought 87 was going to shave off that route. That's Dawood Davis. Thompson was under pressure, threw it, and almost picked off by a diving safety. Davis is running a go route. In fact, Shaquille Griffin would have picked that off if the safety didn't tip it, diving himself. 2nd and 5. Wilson in motion. Handoff to Brooks, who's going to get to the original line of scrimmage, and maybe they'll give him a yard on the second effort. That's it. So 3rd down. Type in those threes. We are got inside of 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. A lot of run for Dan Feeney today at right guard after the Robert Jones injury. I still have no further details on that. Same with Devon Achane being carted off the field. Don't have any details there yet. Thompson motions to man, then he goes back to the right. Pressure coming. Thompson floats one out route. Almost a great one-handed grab by Ezekama, but he cannot bring it in. Was outside of his reach. So 4th and 4 from the Texans' 36. This would be a 50-plus yard try. The long ones, I don't mind giving your kicker some work, but I certainly would not be mad if they went for this either. Like you don't need to work on a 30-yard try. Those are easy. Long ones you can try. I think they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it. Spam those fours. 4th down. Trips right here. Savon Ahmed to the left of Thompson. They motion Ezekama to that side. Tight formation left, 2 receivers, 2 out wide. Thompson, slant route. Caught! Wilson spins and gets inside. A big pickup. A 1st down for Cedric Wilson. Type in those ones. As the Dolphins inside the red zone, slant route, he beats Tavier Thomas. A much better showing out of Cedric Wilson today. 1st and 10, we've got 45 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Thompson in the shotgun, trips left. They're going to motion Ezekama out to the wide side now, no longer a bunch formation. Thompson drops back, screen, finds Brooks. He outruns his blockers, gets inside 10. Brooks, touchdown! He breaks a tackle! Chris Brooks, a screenplay score! Spam those TDs! He had 3 blockers. He sprinted by him, and by the rest of the defense, 2 TDs for Chris Brooks, the 3rd passing touchdown of the day. A nice block downfield, I believe, by River Craycraft. Think that's who that was. 27-3. How about them Fins? That's fun. Winning does not matter, but it's fun when they're playing well, right? Extra points. 4 extra points have all been the exact same. Start dead center, move 2 yards, withdraw, and it's good. 28-3. Miami leads. Houston is getting boat raced tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Skylar Thompson might be taking over that back, at least getting himself in the running again for backup QB. 12 of 18, 144 yards, 3 touchdowns, and my suspicion, the last we've seen of him today. And they'll go back to Mike White after this. 27 seconds to go here in the quarter, as unfortunately, we are down by 100 in the Super Chat battle. If we get, as I'm going to put the Chris Brooks highlight up here on Twitter, at Chat Sports. If we get a $100 Super Chat, producer Chris can smack me in the face with a tortilla. That is the $100 price tag if we can get there. We're down big against Texans today. Let's come through there. So give some shout-outs for all those TDs there, producer Chris, as I'll tweet out this touchdown from Chris Brooks.
Yo, what's up, Washington? Chris, I see you in the chat. Been in there all night. Same with Sherry May. Wow, what a good game this has been. For the Dolphins, anyways. You know, it's fun.
Kick return to the 19, and that's about it. Good coverage there by the Dolphins special teams units.
Preseason or not, man, I just love winning. Nobody likes losing. I don't care what it is. It's Sherry, man!
$20, Sherry!
With a 20!
Sherry, what do you want me to text Will? Let me know.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'll keep an eye for your comments in there. 100 would now give us the lead over Texans today. Sherry, by the way, is also now tied for second. Is that right in the leaderboard?
I believe so. Yes.
All right.
Tied for second with Ronson.
6 back of the lead for the pennant. Davis Mills on 1st and 10, avoids the sack, throws across his body, finds Mike Boone, who gets a big gain to the 40. So that is probably going to be the final play here of the third quarter, and it will be. Thank you for the 20-piece Sherry May. If you want me to text Will something, let me know. We're now $80 behind the Texans today in our Super Chat battle. If you throw in the 80, you get to be the MVP. Sherry May says, not so fast, Ethan, LOL. Sherry's now, what, $3 back? Mathin', if we're mathing here. End of the third quarter. Dolphins lead the Texans 28-3. Very impressive performance here. The biggest difference in today's football game for Miami from what they did last week, how about what they've done on fourth downs? They're 2 of 2. They were 0 of 2 last week. They don't have 4 turnovers. They have 1. They don't have a bunch of mistakes, interceptions. They're in much better shape than what we saw last week out of the Miami Dolphins. So thank you, Sherry May, who now moves. Chris is doing our math here. I believe that puts her in second place. Second place. If my head math is math, in which it might not be, $3 behind our leader for the Dolphins pennant today, which was Ronson for the longest time, and then taken over by Dance King. That works, I guess. That's fine. Line break it after you push it. Super Chat MVP leaderboard breaks down like this. Dance King, 25. Shh, just Command Z. You're good. They are in the lead. Sherry May is in second, and Ronson is in third. I see people asking about the scores around the league. They have not kicked off yet elsewhere. Jets play at 7:30, Bills at 6:30, Patriots at 8 o'clock as the bots are back. Blocking the bots. Oops, that was almost the wrong person I blocked. Sorry. There you go. Bots are blocked. Skylar's been really good today. 10 of 15 for 105. Sorry, 12 of 18 for 141 and 3 scores. My stats are outdated there. My bad. Tua had the bad interception, then kind of settled down, so I'm glad he got 2 drives in there. Super Chat leaderboard. Sherry May is in second, $3 behind Dance King. The most Super Chats today. Combined totals. Gets the pennant. We'll ship it out to you. Sherry's close. Dance King, or not, Ronson's in third, not Dance King. Ronson's in third. You have Dance King on there twice. 1st and 10 Texans. First play of the fourth quarter. Mills throws incomplete towards Mike Boone. The pressure was bearing down. So 2nd and 10. Second and 10 for the Texans here. From the 43. Mills, quick pass, batted in the air, incomplete. 3rd down coming up. Type in those 3s, folks. Type them in. I think Channing Tindall will get credit on that one for the pass breakup. Let's see. Tindall in coverage, tight cover. That's a great play by Tindall. Fantastic play by Channing Tindall. Plenty of concern over him. I know last year he's looked much better this preseason. 3rd and 10 for the Dolphins. The defense has stood strong today. Not even 150 total yards. 3rd and 10. Mills throws. Batted in the air off the helmet. Almost a diving interception. Steven Sims did that thing you see in grade school where the receiver turns around and it drills him in the helmet. It's exactly what happened. Like, he went to catch it. Doink. Like, That is a drop. Ran a little comeback route. Poof, right off his face. Objectively hilarious, by the way. So Houston will punt again. It's a pretty embarrassing drop, frankly. Return from the 10. Kiki Cutie to the 16. That's all he had on that one. So 28-3 as the Dolphins offense will come back out here momentarily. Let's get something accurate up on screen here for me, Chris. Mike McDaniel still calling the plays here. I'm looking for an update, by the way, on A-Chain or Jones or anything. I've not seen it yet. Not seen anything. So hopefully he's okay. 1st and 10, as they're going to keep Skylar Thompson in this football game. Which is really interesting. I-form set. I think that's Chris Brooks back there. Play action pass for Thompson. Finds Julian Hill. Hill gets the first down and more. A gain of about 15. Type in those ones. First down, Miami. As they do an interview. I thought we had dodged them all. I really thought we had. I guess we're clearly watching the Texans broadcast because they're doing a Texans interview with someone I've never heard of before. Brutal. Brutal. 1st and 10 for the Fins from the 32-yard line. Motion man. Toss to Brooks. Trying to get it wide. He does. Runs over a man right at the first down marker. Depends on the spot. Was Elijah Higgins as your lead blocker, by the way. I don't know if they gave him the first down or not. It was close. They're going to give him the first down, by the way. You'll love to see that. You really do. 1st and 10, Miami. And they will run a lots of clock here. Play clock down to 10. Thompson's in the shotgun. Handoff to Brooks up the middle. Brooks drags a defender and gets to the 49. A gain of, we'll say, 7. 2nd and 3 coming up. So Dolphins marching here on offense. I hate these interviews, man. I really do. Like, the only people watching in the fourth quarter of a 28-3 football game are the diehards. We're not watching for interviews about the first-round picks from some random reporter. I just don't care. Thompson in the shotgun. Handoff again. Up the middle, that's a gain of maybe 2. That was Savon Ahmed. So when Brooks needs a breather, they've gone back to Ahmed because there's nobody else. Raheem Mostert's done for the day. He's the starter. You're not going to risk injuring him. Myles Gaskin did not play today. He was a scratch for an unknown reason. And Devon A-Chain left the field on a cart with an unknown injury. 3rd and 1 now, excuse me. It's a full yard. Texans have 6 across the front. Handoff to Ahmed. Gets the first down and more to the 40. Stays on his feet to the 38. A nice run. Savon Ahmed is almost at 100 yards on 9 carries. Or 10 carries, excuse me. They gave him 100, by the way. He's up to 101 on 10 carries. An awesome performance out of Savon Ahmed, folks. 11 and a half to go in the fourth quarter. He might have made the football team with this game alone. He was fighting for a spot. He might have made it tonight. Electric performance. Handoff to Brooks. Brooks upfield. Out of bounds. A gain of maybe 5 or 6. Good runs there. A little stretch left play there for Chris Brooks. Then run. I wonder if Mike White got hurt. you know, Mike White took a pretty big shot and has not come back in the game. And they're letting Skylar Thompson hang out there a lot longer than I thought they would. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Took a big sack, and that was it. Motion everywhere. They flip the sides. Receivers, tight ends. Play clock down to 5. They put Brooks in motion. It's a pass play. Thompson, screen. And they're going to lose 3 yards. Eric Ezekama had nothing there. Texans ripped that football out. I think they blew it dead. So 3rd and long coming up now after that loss. And Ezekama loses 5 yards. That'll put a damper on his numbers. A tackle out there is late getting out to block, so that's too easy for your corners when they're playing press. All right, 3rd and 9. Play clock down to 10. They motion Elijah Higgins. Could be a good target on this play. Play clock down to 3. The snap comes. Thompson. Downfield. Heaves one to nobody. Incomplete. So miscommunication there as Thompson got hit pretty hard. He's okay, though. I think that was Davis on the bottom. It was Dawood Davis. He ran a hitch route, and Thompson threw a fade route. And they're going to call it grounding on Skylar Thompson because he was not out of the pocket, and there was no one within 20 yards. So instead of being like in field goal range at the 37, that's going to back him up to about the 45. Like Thompson is trying to throw a fade there. That's a mess. So intentional grounding on that play. That sucks. Can't have it. You just can't have that, man. They're going to have to punt. Or they're going to have something happen. Half the unit just left the field for Miami. Over half. Back to return this punt's going to be Alex Bachman, by the way. It's 4th and 19 here. Jake Bailey, the lone punter here. Texans are late getting a man off. Just all kinds of confusion here. The play clock was not running. It's just like preseason for everybody involved here. And a flag comes out for too many men, maybe? No fouls. So they pick up the flag. It's just been a mess here. 9:50 to play in the ball game from the 46. Jake Bailey has his standing directly on the 39. Punts it from the 42. High punt. Fair catch made it the 9.5 by Alex Bachman. So that is where the Texans will take over here. But a likely insurmountable lead. A flag. Holding on the Texans. That will back them up. Should be half the distance to the goal, so they'll take it from the 5.5 then. All right. Folks, we are 52 subs away from 43K. If we get there, I'll finish the bottle. 43K, 52 subs away from getting there. As Dance King has a $2 super chat. We'll get to that one here momentarily. So thank you, Dance King. 52 subs away, as that math ain't mathin' up there. 52 subs, all we need here. Dance King says, what movie did Larry Zonka have a part in? You're kidding, right? Okay. I'm just making sure. It's one of the greatest backs ever. Or fullback, if you want to call it that. Dance King says no cheating. Let's see if anyone can get it in the comment section. Can anyone get there? Robert Daniel saying Ace Ventura. Daniel D says Ace Ventura. What's our super chat battle looking like here?
Dance King, not firmly in the lead, but he's there. $5 up from Sherry May for that, not banner. What am I trying to say here, Tom?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
What's the pennant?
The pennant.
I couldn't think of the name.
Dance, if you want to give the right answer, feel free. I already cheated, so it feels like it's bad of me. He was also briefly in Ballers, I think, too. It was an awesome series that didn't last long enough. Sherry May is conceding the race to Dance King at $27, but by the way, we're at 71. What's Texans Today at?
They're still at 147.
They're at 147. So
Yeah.
we're within range. We can get a big one here.
They haven't got one yet in the second half.
They have not gotten one in the second half, so we can catch them here. We can catch them. Motion. Handoff to Mike Boone. Boone cuts it up, and we'll get maybe 2 yards on that one. Overall, I've been super impressed with the Dolphins defense today. Also, Robert, there are kids watching. Now, they don't know what that is, but they don't know what that is. We're at 71. Texans is at what? If you want to flash that weigh in here for me, 147. We can catch them. We can catch them, folks. Just got to get a big one. Davis Mills, quick out, caught and rocked on the play. Johnson makes the catch, and Jamal Perry levels him, so it's third down. Third down, type in those threes. I think Alan Fox was the first one to get it right, Dance King. Midway. 3rd and 1. Spam those threes. Dance King is on the verge of winning our pennant, but can we catch the Texans? Who knows? Handoff to Boone. Didn't get it! Stopped in the backfield. Mitchell Agude. Big stop right there. Fourth and 1. Houston's going to punt. Back deep on the return is going to be Kiki Cutie here. Punts away. High punt. Cutie at his own 34. We'll take it left side of the field to the 40. Dancing behind a blocker. Gets to the 34 and spun down there by number 19 for the Houston Texans. That's Xavier Hutchinson. So Miami will come back out there as we are down. We're at 71, by the way. We are down in our Super Chat battle against the Houston Texans. 71 to 147. I would love nothing more than to stage an incredible comeback, come from behind, and take down our Texans channel. 71 right now is what we have. Another $75 or $77 would give us the lead and would put you in the heavy driver's seat for the Dolphins pennant on today's show. Dance King right now has the lead at 27. Sherry May has 22, and Aronson has 40. So if we can catch the Texans, by the way, we embarrass them in the like battle. Okay, thank you all very much for that. That was a blowout race. Pretty sure we beat them in the subs game today, too. But TBD on that front there. There we go. Dolphins pennant right now set to go to Dance King unless someone can come through in the final 7-ish minutes of game action to take the pennant away. By the way, Chris, I think those work as our plans for the graphics and everything. So I think our post-game cut will be ready in a little bit once you're good to go. Kind of hang out probably on subs, I'd say. By the way, $20 will text Will for you. Sherry, I didn't see if you wanted a particular message to Will, so if you want to get that organized, feel free. If you want me to send a message, go for it. Every $20 super chat, I will text Will for you guys there. Appreciate that, Dance King and Ronson from earlier. We got late in the fourth quarter here. I'm curious to see if Mike White comes back out there. If he doesn't, I wonder if he was injured in some capacity. Because I would be surprised if he doesn't play at all outside of the one backup drive. Getting all to Thompson would be interesting, to say the least. So we'll see. We'll see. $28-3, fourth quarter, about halfway through. Back is tight. We are getting the Texans stream today, which sucks. That's why they keep focusing on Texans players. It's annoying. It is still Skylar Thompson. Interesting. Hand off to Chris Brooks. Brooks will break a tackle, get 2 yards on that one. I think that was Garrett. That can't be Garrett. Well, he left the game with an injury. Jake Hansen makes the tackle for Houston. All right, 2nd down and 7. Ugh, my back. Very tight. Thompson's in the football game. Brooks to his right. Motions to the left now. Thompson looking right. Throws, quick pass, caught. Gets half of it on 2nd and 7. That is Chris Coleman. His first catch of the afternoon / evening. So 3rd down for Miami. Type in those 3s, 3rd and 2. It's a longer 2, by the way. It's only 2.5. Brooks to the right of Thompson. They motion Higgins. Hand off to Brooks. Runs over a man. 1st down. Ran right over the attempted tackle from Corey Littleton and got the first, and the clock is going to tick, 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 tick down another 30 more seconds here inside of 5:45 to go in the football game. Dolphins are going to win. Just a matter of the timing. Just want to hang out on the sub and you can build the graphics. Go for it, Chris. 1st and 10 Fins. We have not seen much of Mike White. I do wonder if he got banged up. Thompson, handoff to Brooks up the middle. Brooks will get 2 on that one. He has been heavily involved today, Chris Brooks has. That's his 11th carry, I believe, of the afternoon. Could be his 12th, too. Oop, bots are back. 2nd and 8. 5 to play in the game. Ryan Hayes in there at left tackle. Savon Ahmed checks back in the football game. Gets the handoff. Oh, he's going to lose 2, and he's going to go under 100 yards. That sucks. Clock will bleed again to about 4:15 before the next snap comes. Yeah, a lot of linemen with no one in front of them, behind them instead. 3rd and 10. 4.5 to play for us to catch Texans today in the Super Chat battle, and you can take the pennant. Sherry, I see your message. I got you covered. I'll text them right now for you. Thompson, handoff. Is going to lose a yard again is Savon Ahmed. Sherry May says Dolphins fans. There we go. Boom. That sounded really weird when I said it. Sorry. Yeah. Ryan Hayes, a couple rough run blocks there, letting defenders get underneath him. Blew it up. So 4th down, they'll have to punt. They gave no gain to Ahmed, which I thought was a pretty generous spot. Fourth and 10. To those me shout-outs here after this punt. Jake Bailey punts it from the 45. High punt. Fair catch made at the 9. That is where Texans will take back over. Adam Humphries. Wait, Adam Humphries? Yeah, we're in 27. Fair catches. All right, some me's coming in here. All right, I see Zane Mann. Zane Mann again. Sylvester Shoemate. Ethan Hogue. Dance King. Sam McIntyre. Jason Wilcox. Robert Halliday. Zane Mann again. I think I got Jason Wilcox in there. Tristan Ruiz Nicholson typing in their me as well. And Zane Mann on top of that. It has been a good showing for the Miami Dolphins. They lead the Texans 28-3. A runaway game in which Houston has not moved the football well at all today. They have 141 yards. The Dolphins have 400. And it's just been very, very impressive performance here. For those of you wondering about the opposing AFC East games, Steelers lead the Buffalo Bills 7-0 after Jaylen Warren just busted a 60-plus yard touchdown run, outrunning everybody in Buffalo. Christopher Vicente says me. Eric Schur says me. Stephen D says me. Yeah, Dance King thinks he has it locked up. He thinks he's going to get the pennant. Someone beat him. He's not scared at all right now. He ain't scared. Nevis Nova says me. Thank you. Appreciate that. Dance King on the verge of winning today's pennant for being the Super Chat MVP. He's at 27 total. Is that right? 27, so 28 takes him down immediately. And I'll text Will for you, too. Once we get to 43K, if we get there in subs, I'll finish the bottle. I'll also finish the bottle. I do 2 words on bounce back, by the way. So Texans football here. I'll beat the bottle if we catch the Texans in supers too. Davis Mills drops back to pass. Under pressure. Checks it down to Mike Boone. Mike Boone will get he stays on his feet. No, he's down. Tackle made in the backfield. That's going to give the credit to Miles Dorn for a TFL. So 2:50 to play in the football game. Incomplete. That is, let me make sure I pronounce this correctly here. Tegan Quitoriane? Quitoriane, okay. Tegan Q. Right in the gut, and he dropped it. 3rd down. Make that 14-0. Steelers now over the Buffalo Bills as Kenny Pickett to Pat Freiermuth. 3rd and 11. From the 9, or from the 8, Mills steps up, throws, caught, redemption there by Tegan Quintoriano. A first down past the 20. First and 10 for Houston. They're giving Davis Mills some 2-minute drill work. Nice throw by Mills. Good job stepping in the pocket, delivering a good throw. Tackle, I think that's Mike Rose out there. 2-minute warning. Dolphins lead the Texans 10-3. One last call here, folks, for the pennant. As it sits right now, Dance King is going to win. Now, assuming you do win Dance King, email me, tom@chatsports.com for your info, or you can DM me on Twitter @whatgoingdowney, but email is probably the fastest way there, tom@chatsports.com. If I said 10-3, that doesn't make any sense, by the way. That's what Candy Cane said I did, which, my bad. Obviously, 28-3. It's been that way for the entire fourth quarter. My bad. Sorry. But email me. If someone can beat Dance King, great. Otherwise, he's going to win the pennant today. Don't know if anyone is. Ethan's threatening to. You won't do it, Ethan. You won't do it. You won't. You won't do it. Not a chance. Be hilarious if he did. Sorry about that, Candy Cane. That's my bad. 28-3, Dolphins over the Texans here. A blowout game thus far. Really impressive showing from really both sides of the football for Miami. Houston has not moved the football very well. They have not run the ball well. I think it's a good sign for your front seven. Like, you kind of bottled them up there. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I was curious, like, someone emerge, and it's tough to do, like, trench play doing the live copy, but when you have 14 carries for 32 yards, makes me suspect you were doing something right on that front. Just makes me suspect it. So we are at the 2-minute warning here. 28-3. Dolphins lead the Houston Texans. Boyd is threatening to steal the pennant as well. It's 30. 30 would give you the lead, Boyd. Ethan says he's not going to do it. He's scared. I knew it. Let's see if Boyd does it. Takes the lead late. Let's see. Let's see if he does it. A nice throw from Pickett to Freiermuth for that score, by the way. 30 would give you the lead, Boyd. Long 2-minute break, by the way, here. Very long. The Super Chat MVP today does win a Dolphins pennant. As of right now, that's Dance King at 27. Boyd says he'll be nice and let him get it. Coward. Start reviewing those stats. They're all going to be done. They're not going to change. So 1st and 10. Finally back to football here. Mills goes empty. Throws. Incomplete coverage by Perry Nickerson, excuse me. Perry Nickerson, a nice play there. Zane says he'd do it, but won't. See, I don't think anyone can do it. Nickerson. Nickerson. 2nd and 10. He went to Tulane, by the way. Mills drops back to pass. Under pressure. Steps up. Hit as he throws. Dropped again by Houston. Drops galore. That's Alex Bachman. Third and 10. Third and 10. Texans have 3 timeouts here if they want to try to get the ball back, if they have to punt or something here. Over the middle, incomplete from Davis Mills. Intended target on the play. A very tight window throw attempt was Jalen Camp. You know, by the way, there's a big deal made about Tank Dell in week 1 of the preseason. Did he play today? Like, he did nothing. He wasn't even out there. Didn't play. Weird. 4th and 10. They'll go for it from the 22. Mills, I think, caught. That one might get reviewed. Johnny Johnson III. The Texans will go tempo from the 42. They get the snap off. No review. Mills checks down to Mike Boone. Boone will get out of bounds, but not until after he gets the first down. Yeah, that was caught. That was caught by Johnson from the angle of replay I just saw there, as Mills then kicked down to Mike Boone for a first down. From the 46. Davis Mills drops back. Blitz coming. Throws it out route. Incomplete. A lot of contacts. Bachman wanted a flag for Houston. Does not get it. Perry Nickerson again with the coverage. $1:14 to play. From the 46-yard line of Miami, Mills drops back to pass. Batted down at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't quite tell who that was. 90? I think that was Randy Charlton. Not totally sure. So 3rd and 10 now. No Tank Dell tonight, or today, which is really interesting. Maybe he's nicked up, not sure. Motion. Mills checks it down again to Mike Boone, who's going to be tackled inbounds. Clock is running a minute to go, although it looks like there's an injured Texan out there. Yeah, injured Texan indeed, number 66. One of the linemen, Killian Zierer, I think that's how that's pronounced. Let me double check that. Somehow a dude who spells his last name Zierer does not have a pronunciation guide. That's weird. 4th and 10. Watching the replay here, I didn't really see what happened. It was behind the play. Oh, he stepped on an ankle. Ouch. Yeah. That is not fun when that happens to you. That is not fun. Hopefully he's okay. They're going to check on that ankle for a while. He was blocking the guy behind the quarterback and then stepped on the ankle, and the ankle rolled that totally like flat motion. Gingerly walking off the field. So hopefully he's okay. Never want to see an injury, even for any team out there. So we got inside of a minute to play here, thereabouts. As he's just going to head to the locker room here. Zierer is. From the 46, it's 4th and 10. Mills avoids the pressure from Twyman. Downfield. Nobody there. Just not even close, frankly. Not even close. So 28-3 should end up being the final score of this game, barring some wonkiness. .49 seconds to play in the football game here. They will kneel, and I honestly don't know if they'll bother. Maybe they'll just go quick kneel here, I think, actually. That's what they're going to do. It's going to be a quick kneel here as soon as the clock gets under 40 so they can head home. So the final score, the Miami Dolphins take down the Houston Texans 28-3. Do wonder if there was an undisclosed injury to Mike White. He played a series and then did not return. Devon Achane leaves the game, carted off the field. Don't know much else beyond that at this stage, but the Dolphins, in impressive fashion, take down the Houston Texans 28-3. I'm going to change the pin poll here, folks, to this. How about you grade the Dolphins tonight? A, B, C, D, or F? Dolphins run it up over the Houston Texans. A very impressive showing, but potentially overshadowed by some of the injuries that went down, namely Devon Achane, carted to the locker room with an unknown injury at this stage. Is certainly concerning on that front. So throw that scoreboard up here, Chris, as soon as you're ready for it. And then we can kind of review the graphics. And then we'll do our live cut in a little bit. Yeah. Or the left. It doesn't matter. Either one. 28-3, Texans lose to your Miami Dolphins. I am going to call it, by the way, unless someone throws in a super chat in the next 30 seconds here. Dance King is your Super Chat MVP. He'll be getting the Dolphins pennant, by the way. Some updated stats for you guys here. Skylar Thompson, Ahmed, Barrios all right. Davis Mills finishes the game 10 of 22 for 94 yards. So 10 of 22 for 94 for Davis Mills. Not great, honestly. Yeah, C.J. Stroud was 7 of 12 for 60. Those Texans quarterbacks combined 17 of 34 for 154 yards. It's 4.5 yards per attempt. That's not very good. That's really mediocre. Mike Boone, the running back, was their leading receiver, 4 catches for 35 yards. It was not a very good showing. Out of the Texans offense as a team, they had something like, 180 yards, something like that. 186. Dolphins had under 400 yards of offense, but remember, they had -2 on their final drive for kneel downs, and they lost some yards on their penultimate drive too. So not a great showing from the Texans offense. A really good showing overall from the Dolphins defense. A lot to inspire confidence from that perspective there. That's good stuff. A lot to like is Mike Boone finishes receiving-wise 4 for 35 on the day. So overall, I mean, votes are coming in here. I see mostly A's, mostly B's. 4% have voted a C in the pin poll, which I think that's pretty straightforward there. There you go. Final in this one, 28-3, Dolphins take down the Houston Texans here. Our post-game show will get going momentarily. Really interesting what happened with Mike White. Didn't play. Took 1 sack. Had 1 series when Skylar got hurt. Really, really curious there. Not sure what happened on that front. Hopefully he's okay. You know, Devon Achane hopefully okay as well. We'll monitor that injury status there. But keep an eye on that here. We can review some of those stat graphics here once you have them. 28-3 here. Yeah, so possession time just off on that one. Penalties are off too. Stats here that we'll read off, kind of reviewing graphics behind the scenes here. 186 total yards for the Texans. Let's just skip this one. Let's just not even bother with it. I kind of want to get going here. Let's go ahead and go full screen scoreboard. And we'll step away for a couple minutes here. And then we'll come back for our post-game show. Dolphins win 28-3. Don't go anywhere. Post-game show coming up next. Today's post-game reaction as the Miami Dolphins take down the Houston Texans is sponsored by RexMD. If you're maybe having some troubles in the bedroom, not performing the way you want to, they're here to help. Get up to 90% off, only pay $2 per dosage at rexmd.com/chat. Last week, the Dolphins couldn't finish. RexMD again. This week, they did. 28-3, the final score in this one. The Dolphins' offense was much more impressive. They were more reliable. A very quality showing after a disastrous start. The first play is an interception by Tua, and then the Dolphins struggle and they fumble. They almost have a fumbled snap. They're back at their own 2-yard line, and they march all the way down the field and cap it off with a touchdown. A much better showing here out of the Miami Dolphins. We'll break down some reaction to the game here, and we will also have a more in-depth winners and losers for you guys on tomorrow's show. So make sure you are subscribed. YouTube.com/Dolphins News. Free videos for you all throughout the season. In general, there's a lot of positivity from this game. Total offense, the Dolphins had almost 400 yards, and they had -2 with the kneel down there, so they really had 400. Much more accurate. They avoided most of the mistakes, minus the very first throw. Yeah, but they went 20 of 28 after the first throw, right? They ran the ball really well. 5+ yards per carry. We will discuss, of course, Salvon Ahmed as well. The turnovers were better. They dominated time of possession. Dolphins offense, 2 thumbs up from your boy. I was very impressed with how they fared in this particular matchup. The defense was awesome. C.J. Stroud got the ball on his first drive at the 7. Dolphins defense stood strong. You love to see it. The passing offense was not doing anything for Houston. The ground game was doing nothing. Now, it's very tough for me to fully eval trench play on both sides in the live copy like what we did today with the watch party. I thought they played pretty well. We weren't saying big plays allowed. Probably is the no news is good news type of situation there. No takeaways, almost had a few interceptions, but very impressed by what Miami did defensively today. So grade the Dolphins in their preseason contest against the Houston Texans. This is going to be today's pinned comment. So if the ad comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there. A, B, C, D, or F. Injury notes. Now, as we film this, the press conference is going on right now for Mike McDaniel. Maybe there'll be some updates to come out later. But Robert Jones, the backup guard, kind of competing for a role, either maybe as a starter on the right side or at least as a backup on the team, injured in the second quarter. No real details as of filming, so fingers crossed he is okay. Maybe even more concerning, Devon Achane, the Dolphins rookie running back out of Texas A&M, was carted off to the locker room in the third quarter. Now, I don't think this was actually a leg injury. I did see one clip that Achane landed on his shoulder, then kind of left the field after that, and the cart, he was hanging off the side, which I've never seen anyone do for a lower body injury, so might be a shoulder. Hopefully okay again. No more details right now on Devon Achane. All we can do is hope and that he is okay because he's explosive, when he's out there. Today's show is made possible by RexMD. If you sometimes lack some confidence in the bedroom, if you wish you could have a more fulfilling sex life, you are not alone. We're excited to tell you guys about RexMD, the online source for men's wellness. RexMD offers an easy and discreet way to get the medication you need for ED without having to visit a doctor's office. With just a few clicks, you can have your meds delivered straight to your door at a fraction of the cost of traditional pharmacies. RexMD's team of licensed physicians will work with you to find the right treatment plan, and their medication is made in the USA so you can trust its quality. Plus, their customer support team is available 24/7 to answer any questions or concerns you might have. Take control of your sex life. Say goodbye to ED. Head on over to rexmd.com/chat. It's the best they've ever offered. Up to 90% off and only pay $2 per dosage. Links in the comments section and the description of today's show. All right, some takeaways on our instant reaction video. After a horrible first throw, Tua did bounce back. That was a really bad interception. I mean, they do kind of an RPO boot left. Maybe it was just a straight play action. And Tua looking, trying to throw it across his body, and it's picked off. So a bad decision. And then he settled down nicely. You know, Mostert had 30 yards on the next drive. Tua had 61 through the air. Much better drive. And frankly, maybe a great reason for why the Dolphins gave some practice or some preseason reps here. Because if that's your first throw of the season, oh boy, now you at least can build some confidence from that perspective. All right, takeaway number 2. How about some quarterback battle thoughts? Mike White did not play very much in this particular game. He had one series. I wonder if there was an injury undisclosed or something. But Skylar Thompson, who really struggled in the first preseason game, was way better. 15 of 22, 157 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So a really strong bounce-back effort from Thompson, who at minimum has made this quarterback 2 battle a real battle once again. You know, 7.1 yards per catch, didn't make any mistakes, took 1 sack. Mike White did on like 3 plays, so assuming White's okay, I do think it'll still be a battle going into week 3 of the preseason. So pick a quarterback 2. MW for Mike White, ST for Skylar Thompson. Sound off for me in the comments section. MW for Mike White, ST for Skylar Thompson. How about perhaps your most explosive player, Salvon Ahmed? He was awesome in this matchup. Now, his numbers actually came back down because his final 2 carries went for like -3 or -2 yards combined. Finishes the day on the ground, 12 carries, 99 yards. That is, those of you not mathematically inclined, 8.3 yards per carry. A long of 65. And oh, by the way, was a top 3 leading receiver in the game. 4 catches, matching the game high. 32 yards, 3 behind, matching the game high. And a touchdown. Myles Gaskin did not play in this game due to an undisclosed reason. I believe it was an injury. Who knows? Ahmed, though, might have just found his way to the Dolphins roster with a fantastic performance. After that, man, someone might claim him if you do cut him in the end. Let's talk wide receiver 3, and maybe this is Braxton Berrios. He was out there with these starters. Remember, no Jalen Waddle, so who knows who would have been receiver 3 when it was just receiver 2 out there. Or we had to put a receiver 2 out there as well. Didn't play much late in the game. Clear sign there. It's a multi-man battle, right? Braxton Berrios is the leading Dolphins receiver. 3 catches, 33 yards, and a nice touchdown catch from who else but Skylar Thompson. I thought he played well. He had a great week of practice, again, joint practice against the Texans. He's an obvious slot receiver fit. He was always going to be on this team. So I feel confident saying Braxton Berrios has the lead from a snap count perspective of wide receiver 3, knowing that Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle can also and will also, they did today with Tyreek Hill, who had just the 1 catch, it was a nice one, lined up in the slot as well. But the other men in the mix, right? Robbie Chosen, no catches, 1 target. Not the perfect throw, but, you know, not great. High throw from Thompson off his hands. I say those should be caught, but it was also a high throw. He has 0 catches in 2 games. It's not great. Cedric Wilson got involved, but he was kind of playing deep into the football game. 2 catches, 31 yards, which is noteworthy. Then Eric Ezekama had 3 for 24. Also had like a negative catch of like 3 yards that brought down his numbers. Another explosive play. Those are plays over 20 yards. He and River Craycraft had the 2 catches that were over that figure. So good news there on Ezekama, who I think is going to be a nice piece moving forward for the Dolphins. So who do you want in the end as wide receiver 3? Sound off for me in the comments section. Drop that player name right now. Takeaway number 5, is Isaiah Wynn going to be your left guard? Lester Cotton was injured before today's game. Liam Eichenberg was injured in the game. By the way, as we sit here filming, literally like 2 minutes ago, confirmed shoulder injury for Devon Achane and a lower body injury, extremity injury for Robert Jones, which all of a sudden, it's down to Isaiah Wynn and Lester and, Robert Hunt is your healthy guards right this second. I saw Wynn get pushed back a few times up front. A couple plays I thought he didn't have the best reps. I do, especially for offensive line play, I need to go back and watch and see exactly what they were really doing. It's tough to do it on the live copy, but Eichenberg's banged up. The Dolphins had great success on offense, so probably fine enough up front, but I do want to go back and watch more in depth the left guard spot as it relates to Isaiah Wynn. But hey, you win 28-3. You should never be upset. A much better performance this week than last week for the Miami Dolphins.